Oh, that is much better. All right. Copy link. And then we zoom over here on the
Better?
WAS.
Okay. Does this work now?
Sure does.
You got a grizzly over there again. That's fucking great, Wes. That is so much better than the other one.
It is. That one's so much better.
I mean, protection-wise, it's probably not. That's probably a terrible helmet, but I love it.
We do have some, yeah, we got some art updates. There's Waz. And there's, of course, Mr. Hulkbuster Payne in his power armor.
Dr. Payne, I spent a significant amount of time in virtual training to get that degree.
To get that certificate of completion?
Yeah. Somebody had to put a lot of code in there.
Yep.
I don't know who it was.
And we have the new character who will be joining us later, and his bodyguard.
You got his, so, I don't know if I did the armor for him right, but I attempted to hodgepodge a handful of popular droids.
The only one I kind of questioned was the chess piece.
Yes, I looked at it and I was like, man, that would fit right there. I don't know how that works, but it's a tentacle one, so I figured you just gutted it and wrapped the tentacles around to hold it in place.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like question is in you don't know it exists, or question is in it doesn't make sense. I like my BB-8.
I couldn't figure out what it was.
I can do that. I don't know what any of them are except for the C-3PO. Oh no, I know the C-3PO, the Dum Dum Droid elbow pad, the BB-8 shoulder pad. I got a lot of joy out of that.
I did too.
I don't know why I hate that little fucker, but I do.
You mean the thing that Disney invented to sell more Spheros, which they own a share in that company?
Yeah. That maybe I don't think that's why I hate him. I think it's just that he's so darn adorable and cute that I just want to smash him into tiny pieces.
Yeah, that too. All right. So, you guys are on your way back from Nar Shaddaa. Let's go over what's happened to Randall. Randall's been all alone on this asteroid. And for the first...
So not herpes.
So for the first week or so, he was doing okay. He got the assembler working. He started, playing around with different designs and things. And then he started to run out of supplies. And he's eating nutrient paste. He's getting a little down. So he decided he got to do a little bit of trading. And there was a Jawa barge nearby. So he took a risk and he hailed it. And he struck up a deal with the people on this barge that if he would make some weapons and shit for them, they would deliver it to the local resistance and rebels and sell it, and everybody would make money and be happy. So they started delivering him food and supplies, and before you know it, they're like, why don't we just leave a guy here with you who can help arrange all this stuff? So they dropped a Jawa off who set up we're going to say in quotation marks, embassy here. More on that character later, as our newest member will be joining later. But basically, Randall has started supplying the Resistance with what has become their mainstay weapon, because there's not an abundance of weapons here. And it's not anything super advanced. It's an auto pistol. And he's got crates of this and the ammunition that goes with it ready for shipment at this moment. He also bought some supplies to set up his own living and workspace. It's the only area that's really been improved at all in the entire asteroid. It's very cozy in there.
Ooh, very moist.
Very, very cozy. That word doesn't...
humidity.
That word doesn't bother me. Oh, you're talking about because he's a Mon Cal. Yes,
yeah, he's a good person.
He's got it set the way he likes it. He's also discovered something... He's discovered something that makes him tingle with joy. You see, the Jawas in this space, instead of having sand crawlers, they have these drifting space barges. And they figured out how to harvest the gases from the nebula to create a variant of Tabana gas they call Tabana N. And a side product of the refinement of something they call Tabana D. And they usually discard Tabana D, but Randall's figured out a way to turn Tabana D into this extraordinarily potent explosive. Its only side effect is it's extraordinarily unstable. So it's like nitroglycerin on steroids.
Also, he turned our base into a giant bomb.
So no, he hasn't told any of the, well, because you guys haven't gotten there, but it's his choice as a player whether or not he actually tells people this. But he's got a giant tank of it that he's been refining in his quarters, more than enough to crack the whole asteroid in half.
Ooh. Yeah. I appreciate explosions, but controlled explosions are the best.
Yes. So also this Jawa that's come here, and you order supplies from the Jawa barge whenever it comes by. This Jawa that's here, the only way you can communicate with him is by talking to this slightly eccentric astromech that you come to befriend here, the one that was already here. It speaks to the Jawa, and you can speak to it, and that's how the communication has to work, because you don't understand a word that Jawa says. Oh, I have one more thing I have to ask. Just Randall. The Jawas would have offered to buy this shuttle here off of you guys in exchange for enough parts to fix the Lambda. Would you have taken them up on that?
Again,
You mean the rare one? The super rare?
Hey, I said just Randall.
yeah. And again, I do appreciate history and I appreciate old stuff, but I feel like the practical side of me would say, no, we can.
Yeah, hold up. So we're gonna get punished because he didn't show up last session?
Oh no, you're not going to get punished.
All right.
You just give it time. I just wanted a little drama.
Yes, the practical side of me wants to make sure that our actual shuttle works and not this really, really old.
Okay.
Despite it being awesome and old, I acknowledge some practicalities and impracticalities of running with really, really old crap.
Okay. So they come by and they drop off parts, and then you guys, you're gonna have parts to fix the shuttle. Whether or not you spend time actually doing it is up to you. But the other shuttle is now owned by the Jawas. Something I have to brief Mr. Ranather on when he shows up. Alrighty. I think that covers your initial stuff. Yes? Yes. Oh, we have some stuff floating in there. Hey, that's where the other Dex went. I was looking for him. That stuff just disappeared. It must have exploded. Okay. So, I already went over with Ghost. The Leapfrog and the pod have been upgraded significantly. The time to get into... Oh, there's one other thing. So you guys are on approach to the narrow gap in the nebula that you use to get into the nebula. And there's another ship on long-range sensors. And let's see, where's a place I can put this? I'll just put it over here on the ship map. And this is what you see. You don't have to approach it. It doesn't necessarily see you per se, but you do see it heading into the nebula.
What kind of ship is it?
It's a star courier.
But cartel though.
So it's like a yacht, but it's built for delivering messages and such like that.
We should talk to them. Just, we did just take out one of their.
Yeah, I'm driving that Hut Corvette.
Wait, what?
We're to bring in two big ships back, right? Pro Shadow's going first, and then another Hut Corvette. Like, I could just come in and hail them.
That. Well, yes, that's a wonderful idea.
Is it?
No.
I don't think it's a great idea, but if you said let's talk to them, we can talk to them.
I do think we should talk to them. I have no issue with you opening up that conversation. I'm holding my tongue. I You're gonna hail the Hut cartel in a stolen Hut Corvette.
Yeah, I don't think that's a great idea. We're just gonna stay away from them.
No, I think we should talk to them because they're gonna notice that we have a Hut Corvette.
Well,
Like-
we're at the edge of long range sensors. I think we just cut power a little bit and let them go, and we'll sneak on through.
I mean, keep in mind, we took this from a guy who is not well liked by the Hut cartel.
Yeah, we don't want to come across as him.
Hence why I was saying we should talk to them. But you're the captain. I don't care.
Okay, then let's just stay away from them for right now. They don't need to say anything. They might not have even seen anything.
All right. So it's basically like waiting for a thunderstorm to pass. The nebula sparks and sputters, and eventually the corridor for going in and out opens up, and it jets through first, and you guys keep your distance, and then you're in the nebula. And as soon as you start getting in the nebula, you guys on the ship would start getting news reports. It pretty much as soon as you left, pretty much open rebellion is broken out against Jera. Thun, the planet with all the grass, it's the only green planet in the nebula, is openly revolting. There's people attacking Imperial installations. There's open warfare. There's a huge blockade of the planet. There's a transmission calling itself the Voice of the Resistance. It's talking about all of the all the exploits of the rebels, and it's very interesting because when you left, there didn't seem to be much of any kind of rebellion or anything going on, and now there's pretty much open warfare going on. It's happening on all the planets in the sector, which is really stretching Jera's forces thin. Imperial Holonet broadcasts are downplaying all of this stuff, and they're talking about an imminent visit from a powerful foreign dignitary, which you're going to assume is going to be some other Imperial warlord or something Jera may be talking to, because she's probably having a hard time dealing with all these rebels.
From our end, how are our guys faring?
Well, you'd have to check on that. So I'm going to assume that you're going to try to call Ardos.
Yeah.
Okay. No one's going to answer.
Well, that's no good. How far away?
It would be en route to your base where you left Randall, to swing by where he was.
Quick stop in. We're gonna check on these guys.
Sure.
Should we? We should pick up. Randall first, right?
That's true. I mean, it's on our way to pick up Randall. You want to just go pick up Randall and then swing back?
Well, personally, I don't give a shit, Captain. I just feel like a full compliment is always wise, and also that way, he gets to participate in the game tonight.
We could also call him. Do we have his comms?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
You
Yeah,
absolutely do have comms with Randall. And he has all sorts of information you don't have because you don't know any of the stuff he's been through.
True. Okay. So, yeah, let's hail the station and try to get a hold of Randall and see if he answers the fucking phone.
Mm-hmm. The phone rings, Randall.
I'm dumbfounded that the phone is ringing and I have somebody to talk to other than this astromech droid. And I pick up, and accidentally hang up immediately.
These fucking phones. I don't. We got this new network.
Captain, technology is generally not at fault for what is known as user error. The organics have been blaming technology for generations.
You just sat here and watched my end. How did I fuck it up? That's just ridiculous.
Did I say that you fucked it up? I said you're blaming it on the technology. It could have been the user. There were 2 users in that situation, Captain.
All right, I call him again.
Call him again.
Hey,
Sorry. I've only spoken with a droid for the past couple weeks.
And some Jawas.
This is a droid now. Oh yeah, Captain wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Captain?
Randall has it.
Mr. Rando is here. Do you want to talk to him, Captain?
Yes, thank you,
All right.
Payne.
There
Appreciate
you go.
it.
Passing you off.
Randall, how's it been going?
Yeah, I've made a lot of weapons for some Jawas, and there's a few Jawas here.
Hey,
Very
Jawa.
frustrating. There's a Jawa, but there's been a few Jawas that have come by.
How did the Jawas find out where that base was?
Uh,
They're Jawas, Captain.
they were just space or searching the space, trying to find stuff.
Okay, they're there now.
There is one guy, I think he's here, but he went off to go do something. I haven't seen him in a while.
You should probably check. You know about Jawas, right? Like they take shit apart.
I am aware of that.
Okay, like just kind of concerned. They're down there taking our shit apart. You know.
They're definitely not taking our Delta. Cruiser
Captain,
apart.
are you accusing an entire race on the actions spent maybe a few? That seems somewhat racist.
Okay, look. I don't have time to explain this to you. Stereotypes exist for a reason. Jawas do take things apart, and I'm not judging an entire race on the fact that they do that.
It sounds like you just did all that in that same sentence.
I guess I can be a little racist sometimes. Maybe it's something I'm gonna have to work on. It's not the point. Randall, do you have some sort of update? I mean, we're gonna swing by and pick you up pretty soon. I think we can get in there, right? Have no problems. How are things? Because blockade looks pretty fucking serious from out here.
Probably would be easier to get through the blockade in, say, the Lambda shuttle than it would be in the Proto Shadow.
Agreed.
Yeah, I haven't had all that much time just yet to put together the Lambda shuttle. Part of the deal I struck was that I helped make a bunch of weapons to help with the rebels. I wasn't sure how long I'd be stuck here, and I wanted to at least have some hope of getting off this crater before I started putting the thing together.
So the Lambda's not flying right now?
It is.
Yeah.
If you remember, it was pretty badly busted up.
Yeah. It'll fly. It's in bad shape.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've got some options too. We could come and get you in. We got some other things going on. I'm trying to find the card. Where's the card for that dropship?
It's right here. The Leapfrog.
Oh no, I was talking about the other one too.
So it's a state thing. So here's the thing, and it's got 3 states, and one of those states is the card.
Okay,
you go.
gotcha. Nice. Yeah, the Drock.
What's the Drock?
That's that spiky boarding ship that you can
Oh yeah.
basically slam into the side of another boat and fucking take it.
We really should outfit that so we could just fire me at ships.
It's already been refitted. That's part of the money he spent. He can literally drive it like a spike into the side of another ship. It opens up and you're inside.
Dr.
Waz, you are trying to pilot a cruiser by yourself. Did you bring anyone with you?
I hope I have a couple of droids and maybe Mr. Payne. I mean,
Doctor.
Mr. Clean.
So, Captain,
Dr.
who did you send to the other ship?
It would have been my two guys. I think I had Clax and
you've got Clax,
Clean.
Sidus, Lucy, Cole, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean's droids. You've got a sizable crew.
Clax and Sidus, I think we could afford to lose if he crashes. I don't want to give up Dr. Clean.
Okay, well, Clean had a pilot role, didn't he? Not to be all meta about this, but I thought he was also a pilot.
Sidus is a fine pilot, and I think Clax can fly as well.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll send Clax and
Actually, he does have a decent piloting role.
we'll send Clax and Sidus then.
Okay, so you have a crew of a Geonosian who likes to shoot everything under the sun, and a teenager who is just practically jizzing his pants to be on a warship.
With cybernetic arms.
Cybernetic, like all the things.
He does not do a lot of jerking off, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's probably not a no-go.
Yeah. Can you even imagine? Like one slip and you're like, oh, Doctor, can you get this reattached for me?
So the Corvette,
Chafing.
where are we going to put this thing? Can we dock it where Randall is?
Dock it? Yes, it won't fit in the hangar. Neither will the Proto Shadow. But you could dock it there. Or just park it in space outside. I mean, it's pretty big. So it's, it's going to draw some attention if people fly by. You arrive at the asteroid.
All right, let's dock up and go down to the asteroid and go visit Randall.
Can I have a ferry from the ship?
Yeah.
I'll tuck it in real close to a different asteroid, try to hide it the best I can.
Good call.
Are you
so
sure that's a good call?
Trying to hide it?
Trying to hide it is not the part of that sentence that bothered me.
What bothered you?
All right, asteroids are not stationary. You put a stationary ship super close to a moving piece of rock the same size as a ship.
Maybe
stationary.
I mean,
Asteroids do have orbits, though, and they're predictable orbits. You could basically hide it in a cloud of asteroids.
Captain. Asteroids bounce off each other because while they do each have predictable orbits, they don't all have the same predictable orbit. Hence, they cause a chain reaction of chaos.
And whenever ships fly through them, if they move one out of the way, they cause, chaos effect. You ever seen Empire Strikes Back? This one isn't that dense, but it's the same kind of thing. Like, if they shoot one, pieces of it go everywhere, bump into other things, and, giant ping pong thing. If you want to attach to the asteroid you're at, like, lock the Corvette to it, that's probably going to accomplish the best of what you want to do.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Captain. I mean, I'm going to try to attach it to a couple of the asteroids.
Obviously, that's what you meant, because the other option was just stupid.
Yeah, it's also real hard to make a ship stop in space. There's a lot of relativity going on.
There's a lot of relativity going on, yeah. I mean, you could also choose to be far enough away from the asteroid that it's unlikely that in the immediate future anything's going to hit it, but that wouldn't be hidden. So if you want to be hidden, your best thing is to probably grapple to the asteroid and then hope that nothing hits the asteroid on the side that you have attached to the Corvette. It's going to be a piloting check.
Is Waz doing that piloting, or is that Clax?
Well, I'm fine. I'm a captain. I'm gonna have Clax run me a co-piloting check first, though.
Okay. I don't have Clax's sheet anymore because Clax is not here. So that's Ranither's sheet you're looking at.
Okay.
I know he had 4 agility. That's about it.
I just didn't want you guys to make me dig this thing out, that's all. I'll do it anyway.
Co-pilot's 2 blue.
Hold on. That's not how it works. His planetary space is 1 yellow and 3 greens. And he needs to roll that as a 2 purple check first.
Oof.
No help.
I should not have rolled that.
Okay. No help. Okay, roll your 2 purple planetary piloting there, Kizik.
He was adding reds already. Hey, look at that! Like a fucking pro.
So,
That'll be his best roll of the night.
oh, damn it. There were no threats. Because I was going to totally be like, you dock perfectly, and then the captain calls over and says, good job, Clax.
I just heard like in my ear the whole time. Like, stop it! Like, there's a giant asteroid. I'm trying not to hit it.
You did a good job.
Docked like a pro. Okay, you guys all transfer over to the Proto Shadow.
And then we can go down to the asteroid and get Randall. Or no, we're gonna have to take the leapfrog, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to take a shuttle or have him fly out with the Lambda and pick you guys up, depending on how you want to do it.
Leapfrog's probably just fine.
Yeah, we'll just take the leapfrog down.
Okay. Alrighty, you guys pick up Randall. We can hand wave that.
So what's been going on, buddy?
Yeah, I told you most of the stuff. It's been a bit lonely down here. The best thing that happened is these Jawas, they're mining. They're mining Tabano from the asteroid itself, and one of the byproducts of their mining is Tabana D, which is really, really explosive, and I've got a huge tank of it. But right now I just have a tank of it. I haven't actually turned it into any explosives yet. But
Where'd you put the tank?
I sleep next to it.
That's a safe spot, huh?
I gotta keep it away from that Jawa that's there, and he likes to take shit apart.
That's what I was saying. See, it wasn't racist, Payne.
No, it's still racist. You're just both racist now.
I can't. If I said that like all droids had electricity running through them, that's not racist.
No, that's common fucking sense.
That's common knowledge, is what it is. And Jawas take shit apart. That's common knowledge too.
Still racist.
I was talking about the one particular Jawa, and he happens to fill the stereotype that Jawas take shit apart.
Okay, so now we're just describing somebody. Not
You
racist.
described an entire race that way.
I did earlier, but it's true in most respects.
Still racist.
Maybe. I said I might have to work on myself here.
It
But,
seems like you don't believe that, though. It seems like you're fighting it still.
Not fighting it, just still pointing out stereotypes about people.
Next, you're going to tell us you have Jawa friends.
No, I do not. Not that I just not hanging around in my normal. Anyway, this is just getting bad. You have an explosive next to your bed.
He probably
Is
has
it
more
like-
than one, Captain. He's not quite right in the head. You know this.
Did you like lock your door? I mean, is that where the Jawa is now? I don't see him anywhere.
Yeah, no, my door's definitely locked. I've tried a couple times to. I ran a couple checks to make sure it was good and locked, and that nobody could break into it. But nothing
Challenge
is
accepted.
foolproof. Nothing is foolproof.
What's nothing foolproof?
The locks that I set to keep the Jawa out of my space.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So the
Okay.
the Jawa actually has a bodyguard droid with him. It looked like it started life as a commando droid, but it's got an R5 head, and it speaks Basic, and it says its name's Gator. It also doesn't understand the Jawa, despite being his bodyguard.
the droid doesn't understand the Jawa. He doesn't have like a translating thing.
Yeah, no, so it's not a traditional droid in that sense. It doesn't have advanced programming because the Jawa's literally stuck it together. It knows it's supposed to protect the Jawa. It can't actually talk to the Jawa, though.
He's got a bucket for a head.
Sure does.
Yeah, I had to look up at an R5, and I'm like, that's hilarious.
Well, he's right here. He's got a token.
I'm looking at him.
Yep.
He's got a bucket for a head.
Also, he will be voiced by Kizik. He may be from a previous campaign.
Wait, when did that happen?
Repo wore him as a hat.
That guy died.
Uh-huh.
Like, Kizik got his head blown off. I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
he got his head blown off
Yep. All of those
By-
things happened.
by
And then-
knockout.
And then someone rebuilt him and made him stronger.
Without legs or a
That's-
right hand.
I'm not going to criticize the artist, all right? That's hand-drawn.
Legs are hard to draw, yeah.
True.
You drew your own legs.
Yeah, and I
Um,
hate them.
That's fair.
Do we know if Mr. Clean can program some languages for this guy, for Gator?
Probably. He's a droid tech. He could probably do a lot better of a job than what's currently done. But it's not y'all's. It's the Jawas.
You'd have to ask permission.
Yes.
That's very, it's good to know that at least the guy in charge, and I mean God, not the captain, is not a racist and does believe in consent.
So
All right. So, have you been talking to the Jawa there, Randall?
My only communication is through this here astromech droid.
Okay, so the astromech can talk to everybody.
Yeah, it's
well, the astromech can talk to anyone who speaks binary, or anyone who he can speak binary. So he can talk to the Jawa, and he can talk to Randall, but Randall and the Jawa can't talk to each other. But I don't think Dex speaks binary.
I don't, but I thought all droids spoke binary.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Racist.
How was that? Jeez, it's not racist. So all droids can speak binary except Gator.
Have you guys
There's something wrong.
You guys have landed here, and you're talking to Randall. When you walked in, did you notice the crates that are just lined up here in the loading bay? Like, there's just stacks of crates, and if you pop the lid on one of these things, they're full of guns and ammunition.
These are the guns you've been building there, Randall?
Yeah, they're not the greatest things ever, but it's lots of quantity, and not everybody's going to be an ace.
Well, you don't really have access to materials to make anything advanced, so this is probably the best you could do with what you had.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's
They do all right. They look. I mean, what you build them out of? Stuff that you got from the Jawa?
Literally scrap, and the propellant and the bullets are really tiny amounts of the gas he's refined. They turn into a liquid form.
So on a despair, those guns do literally explode.
When I was saying small amount, I meant like the tip of a toothpick kind of amount. But yeah, he's literally made these guns out of just scrap metal and that substance.
And space gas.
Yeah. It's called, we're calling it Tabana D, even though it's not really Tabana. But he's figured out how to turn it into a liquid, which makes it really explosive. The Jawas don't know it's valuable. They think it's a byproduct, so they're just giving it to him in bulk. The Tabana N, on the other hand, makes turbo lasers in purple.
Oh, that's neat. All right. Well, I know you've been stuck here for a little while. You want to get out of here?
Road trip.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Yeah, let's go. Little astromech rolls up. No, you can't leave without me.
Yes. I guess I can bring this astromech with me.
Yeah.
Probably take the Jawa rather than leave him here.
Speaking of Jawa, yes, please don't leave me alone with the Jawa. Please don't leave me alone with the Jawa.
That's racist.
I don't want to leave the Jawa alone in our base.
That's what I was saying. I'm saying we shouldn't leave the Jawa alone in our base. We don't know him that well.
Okay, so I guess I'll go talk to him.
You can't talk to him, Captain. You do not speak his language.
Do you talk to him?
Does he speak binary?
I don't know.
He speaks Jawa, and you you understand Jawa, and he understands binary.
Yes, Captain. I can communicate with the Jawa. I will go and get him. Go and get the Jawa.
Okay. Since the Jawa is not here yet, we're going to hand wave this, and we're going to say that he says, "Okay, I'll go with you." And as he walks out the door, Gator's like, "I'm coming too. You're not supposed to leave me."
Alrighty,
So
let's get back on the Proto Shadow.
We're all just packing up. Alrighty.
There's almost as many droids here as organics.
There are more droids than organics. Once you count up all Mr. Cleans, there should be more.
Yep. I didn't count them as real droids. Sorry, that's racist of me.
Jeez.
Alright. Talk amongst yourselves for the road trip. I have to prep this map. It'll only take me a few seconds. A few minutes. It'll take a few minutes. Because I gotta remember where I put it. Is it this one?
So Randall, have you been tracking what's going on with the imps down there on the planet?
Not really too much.
Just been busy making guns, huh? A lot of guns there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
He also ordered some really expensive food from the Jawas.
Yeah, I'm eating some gourmet shit.
Hopefully it's not eggs.
I hear they eat some weird eggs.
Only the finest.
Just to reiterate, what's the plan here?
You're the captain. I thought you come up with the plans.
Yeah, we're checking in with the good guys.
It's a democracy.
Checking in with our TIE fighter pilots.
And we gotta check in with the active rebellion.
Yeah, I think we did a little bit to kick that off.
We Robin Hood it, right, Captain?
Yeah, that was the plan. I don't know how much Robin Hood we were versus, like, I don't know, some fucking terrorists.
We told a guy to go be Robin Hood.
Sure.
Okay, you guys pull up to the bunker, or to the place, and you detect no life signs in the facility. But you pulled up out front. What would you like to do?
Is that like a super scan? Can we do a super scan here? Double check to make sure that's correct.
Sure.
Honk the horn. Beep, beep.
Who wants to do it? Who's going to do the computers check? The 3 purple computers check.
Sounds like something I can do.
It is, in fact, something you can do. There are several electronic signatures on board, and deep in the asteroid, there appear to be 4 heat signatures that might be life signs. Also, there's a large metallic mass in the rear hangar.
What do you mean by large metallic mass?
Large metallic mass. There's something large, metal, and not ore in the rear hangar.
Okay. So it could be a spaceship. Does it have an electronic signature?
It's powered down at the moment. If it normally has one, it does not right now.
All right. Well, that seems anomalous, Captain. Perhaps we should go for it.
I agree. I guess we'll take the frog.
Okay.
I would advise everyone prepare for the worst.
I'm just hoping everybody's out shooting things and they just put it on low mode.
All right. So here's Leapfrog. Everybody who's getting on board, just say who, what, when, where, why.
Big enough for all of us, right?
Who, what, when, where, why.
How?
You didn't say to say that. You're not doing it right.
As you pull through the hangar, whoever's flying, which I have to imagine is Ghost,
Yep. I don't know where my guy went.
immediately sees some things that are. You're in your captain's quarters. Where else would you be?
No, that makes sense. Immediately see what?
Do we not see these things?
Yeah, Imperial probe droids, Captain. I think this is a problem.
Oh shit.
Now, there is a big red button on your joystick that wasn't there before.
Does it say fire?
It doesn't say it, but it's red.
I hit the button.
Okay. Give me a 2 purple gunnery check.
There it is.
Maybe something a little more dramatic than this.
One, two.
All right. So you blast the first one. What the shit is that? Is that one of you?
That was
Yeah,
a hell of a blaster.
Huh?
I was like, that blaster's got fucking soul.
Yeah, that was me.
No. Please
I
don't
did not.
don't play anything copywritten on my channel, please.
I did not realize that was going out.
Oh, that's the music player?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
the music player does go out to everyone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it says welcome.
Okay, I have stream music playing. I don't run the music player to you guys anymore because no one did anything but complain about it. So
It's too loud.
So I just run it to the stream directly.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, so yeah, you blast the first one, and you can just set down and depart your cargo of peoples to engage, or you can try to keep shooting with the main cannon.
No, I'm going to set down. We're going to open the door.
Okay. You set the dropship down, open the door, everyone pops out. There's 2 probe droids left. Let's have some initiatives.
Is vigilance or
Man, we're cool as fuck.
It's cool for everyone jumping out. Oh, those are all pretty similar.
I got 1-1.
A 1.
Well, they rolled 0, 0, and 0, 1, so I feel like all the good guys are going first, and they're not going to live long enough to go. But we'll see. I could get lucky. Who wants to go first?
How far away are they?
They're going to be within medium range.
So there's no way to get to them and engage.
Medium to short. No, probably not. If only you had a Jawa you could hold in front of you like a meat shield.
I still don't understand how that's a good idea.
It's funny. It's not a good idea.
Okay, good. I was misunderstanding. I was like, that's a terrible idea. You don't even have the hit points for that.
None of the things he suggested were actually good ideas. He just wanted to be funny and troll. Okay. So you're going first, huh?
Yep. I'm going to try to get a little bit of cover behind this destroyed Imperial probe droid.
That's not a good idea. Probe droids pop like balloons when you shoot them. They explode, eh?
I did not know that. I'm going to try to just hug this wall over here.
Okay. That's a better idea.
And then Ember, my new best friend, is going to take a little shot at this one.
Okay. So you're within short range, so... I don't think they're adversary, but I'll double check. These versions are not, so it's 1 purple. Okay, how much damage is that?
8 damage, and then it also burns.
What's
So burn 2.
Okay, that's full weapon damage for 2 turns. Okay. You need 2 advantages to trigger burn, I thought. Well, you
I have 2 advantage.
Excellent. Okay. Alright. Who's next?
I'll try to shoot one.
Okay. You're going to take 2 strain, because for you it's going to be a maneuver to dismount because you were in the cockpit. Unless you have a special ability, if you have like jump up or let's ride or something, that would negate that.
I think it's only to the cockpit that happens.
I'll let it go. If you have it.
Hold on. I'm on my laptop, so I really hope it's on the character sheet. It should be. Nope, don't have it.
Okay, so take your 2 strain. And then
I will.
You're going to shoot with which of these mini guns you carry?
Hold on. I only have the DL-7H right now.
Holy shit, you've also got this ghost over here, and you've got this 88 pulse wave, and you've got this thing, and...
These aren't with me. Anything in this tray is not here.
Okay.
It's this stuff. I don't know why I have this holdout blaster. It must have picked it up last time. Anyway, yeah, I'll hit it with the DL-7H.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Give it a shot.
What's the difficulty to hit him?
You should, if you advanced up to short range, he's only 1 purple.
So you get a boost because he's on fire. Easier to see.
No.
Hiya!
How much damage?
That is 10.
You destroy him. He explodes like a fragmentation grenade as he pops.
Ooh.
Yeah. These probe droids do not seem to be the super sturdy combat versions, but they do have a very obvious self-destruct.
So have both of these droids already exploded?
Yep, but the ones that are flipped over.
Last. Wanted to use a goo gun and try to
There's a
use
third.
Yeah, I was gonna use a goo gun and try to Spider-Man this one into one of the other two, but
Ah, I see.
I guess I'll be Spider-Man and use the goo gun, try to trap it and slam it up against the wall.
Okay. You can probably ensnare it pretty easy. I don't know about slamming it into the wall. It's not.
Yeah. After I said that, I'm like, there's no way in hell I have enough strength to do that. I'll just ensnare it.
Okay. So you're shooting it with adhesive. Go ahead and roll your light range attack. It's one purple like the others. Assuming you've moved forward. Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Oh, you were so robbed. Nope. Adhesive goes all over the back of the bay. And you miss pretty cleanly. Dr. Payne, I'm assuming you're just moving this turn, unless you're going to try to shoot.
I'm debating. So I'm just making sure I understand. So medium to short is a maneuver,
Yes.
Right. And then short to engage is a maneuver, right?
Technically, medium to short's 2 maneuvers, and long to medium's 3 maneuvers. If you're going rules as written, but we've never done it that way. So yes, it's. I don't think there's any way for you to get within engage range, but you can get to short range.
That's what I was asking, because if I can get to short range in a maneuver, then I should be getting it from short to engage in a maneuver.
I'll let you do it. It's fine.
I want to run up and punch it with my new fist thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's really all I wanted, sorry.
Do it. That's fine.
Alright,
Jeff, there's glue on the ground beside it.
Yeah, it's all over the back wall. He missed cleanly.
Yeah, it's way back there.
2 strain.
Oh man, I should have had him. No, he didn't roll any threats. I should have had him shoot like the wrong cartridge.
Pulsar fist. Alright. So it's
2 purples because it's a melee check.
two, 3, 2. No boosts. Here. Alright. Roll. So that is 16 damage.
16 damage.
Not through soak. That or yeah, it's
Yep,
nothing
not through
space.
soak. It's still more. It's still 3 more than you needed. So
That weapon is awesome.
you punch a hole through a droid. You look around. Roll perception checks for anyone who's in the area around the probe droids.
Difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be 2 purples. Only one person needs to pass it. Okay, there we go. So you notice that these probe droids are like they were remotely cocooned into little pods that were in the hangar bay, and they've been activated. They're activated when you pulled in, so something has activated them. Also, all of their long-range transceiver antennas were up when you came in, so they'd already broadcast something before you even came into the hangar. Before you were even here, they had been activated and broadcast something.
It's a trap!
Well, I guess we'll find out, but we know there's life signs here. We should find that out and get out of here.
Yep. Let's do some urban exploration.
Okay? You've got 3 doors. Which door do you want to go to?
And did we leave somebody in the ship to at least listen? Or I guess Clean's all the way back in the Proto Shadow to listen.
Yeah, you've got quite a large crew on the Proto Shadow right now.
Okay, so
Yeah, hold on. Let me do a leadership check here, and maybe they can try to figure out what the probe droids are trying to say, or like who they were talking to. Any way to like pirate the signal?
Yeah, you can have them scan for that. We'll just hand wave it because what they're going to find is going to be that since you guys have arrived, there haven't been any transmissions. When I say the probe droids have already transmitted before you got there, I mean like before the Proto Shadow arrived on scene, they had broadcast something.
Gotcha.
My point was I'm trying to impress on to you that they're not reacting to your presence.
Right, right. I guess Payne can be on the lookout for any incoming. That's really. I just needed to let him know to be on the lookout, I guess.
You mean clean?
Yeah, clean. Sorry.
Okay. So which one of these rooms are we doing first? Oh, well, just throw yourself in there. Why don't you Hulk smash through the door?
I love this model.
So you go into the main command center. The main command center doesn't have any bodies or bloodstains or battle scarring, so that's a good sign. Everything is shut down. There's a single data pad sitting on the main command console.
Somebody check that out.
so I'll take a look at it.
Okay, you pick it up. It's heavily encrypted.
Is this one of our guys' stuff?
If you can tell me how you would know that, then I'll give you an answer.
Does it say like property of blankety blank on the back or anything like that?
It does not. I do want to know who has custody of it, who uses it, who tries to access it, etc. Because there are things about this data pad that are important.
So you're saying you don't want Fat Fingers to touch it?
Yeah, I ain't touching it.
I was talking about me. I have fat fingers now. So, speaking of, Wes, how's your hand?
Feels fine, thanks.
Did you need me to look at it?
Feels fine, thanks.
Wes, do you have that slicing gear with you?
Yeah, you should probably get some. You're a better slicer than me.
I have slicing gear.
I feel like Randall's like, why would I carry it myself when everyone else always carries some?
Yeah, it seems like as a crew we've got plenty of slicing gear.
That I mean, whatever's on the data pad. Do you think it's important?
Yeah, did we have credentials? Did we set up some kind of Active Directory like system?
Chain of command. Oh yeah, are we in the work group?
For the command center?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all booted down. It's like
Okay.
it's like properly powered down. It's not like destroyed. Someone cut it off.
I gotcha. Not just in sleep mode.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's check a different room.
I mean,
Randall's got a plan. He's gonna unlock it.
You can try to cut it on if you want to. Like you're in the command center, you can cut things on if you want.
I don't want to turn big systems on until we know what's here.
Okay.
It's shut down for a reason, so let's figure out what's going on.
Okay, so you're telling me to hold off on trying
I'm
to break
saying
the data pad?
you go ahead, you try to slice that thing, but don't delete what's there because it could be important.
Okay. So it's going to be a layered encryption thing. It's going to be 1 red, 2 purples to do the first layer. Peel this bitch back like an onion.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking over his shoulder, right?
So
Take
just
that
one
boost.
So Randall's got it plugged in, and Waz is looking over his shoulder, making sure he crosses his T's and dots his I's.
Yeah, why would you need that extra set of code there? Like, that's clearly extra, right?
All right. That's pretty freaking good. So you peel back enough layers to know that this is Ardos's datapad. And you peel back enough layers to know that there's a biometric lock on it.
Pseudo.
Hey,
Right.
Penguin, did you take some of Ardos's blood against his will?
I have the genetic profiles of everyone I've worked on.
You gave him a sedative.
Yes, I have the genetic profiles of everyone I've worked on.
That means you can't just recreate somebody's blood. That's a terrible question to ask.
No, I have the genetic profiles of everyone I've worked on.
And the ability to print body parts. But he would need to be in his lab to do that.
You call in, have Sidus start building a hand of Ardos.
Why would I have Cydos touch my equipment?
I thought he was your apprentice.
Cydos? No, he wants to be a gunslinger starfighter guy. He doesn't want to be a doctor.
Clean, on the other hand.
Yeah, Clean I would trust my equipment. He's a doctor. The only other doctor we have on the ship.
Well, that's what that code says, right, Randall? It says we need Ardos's hand.
It does not say that.
It means you need his biometric signature.
It says it needs a biometric signature.
Yes.
Alright, well, we know it's Ardos's. We don't need to fuck with it any more than this right now.
Yeah.
Let's try to find him. Maybe he's here.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
putting it in someone's pocket.
Yep.
Okay.
Are there any logs on the computers?
Are you gonna boot the computers up?
Yes.
I don't think you should.
I got bored.
He's like, you guys were slicing shit and it was blinking at me.
Yeah, I got bored.
All right. You power up the computers. They were intentionally shut down. They've been wiped. And when I say they've been wiped, like they've been like, DoD security wiped. So writing random ones and zeros multiple times over to all the hard drives. But all of it is perfectly intact. Like the whole facility boots up when he hits the button. Lights come on. There's thrumming of good power. Magnetic field comes on.
Does it say how long ago it was wiped?
Someone give me one purple computers checked. I'll give you a little bit of additional info off the computers check.
1 purple computers.
Wow. I just have a bunch of advantage.
Well, you're slicing a thing anyway. There we go. Yeah, so basically a week after you left, the place was powered down. It was intentionally powered down. With all that advantage, Randall has a thought. Captain, did you bother to tell Ardos that you were leaving?
I thought everybody knew.
You do know you're the captain, right?
No, sometimes I completely forget.
Oh, that makes sense. It's a faulty organic thing. Got it. Sometimes I forget you're organic. I made a joke.
There are security cameras, so I'll go ahead and put the rest of the facility that you can see up. So there's a ship in the hangar, and there are 4 life signs sitting next to it. Oh man, I'm sorely tempted to do that, but I'm not going to. And there are things trying to get into that room.
Randall, now would be a good time to try one of your new bombs. Wait, Randall, I just had a thought. That's a stupid idea. We're in a small environment.
Yes. There is enough of that to make this entire base disappear.
Yes.
And I left it in the tank because
Good idea.
I do appreciate living as much as I
Yeah,
appreciate
leave that next
explosions.
to your bed where it's safe.
It was a lot safer before I told you about it.
Nope.
I can't
Nope.
believe, metagame wise, that you just blurted that out like first thing. I'd have held on to that shit for at least half a session.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was any safer before you told me. That seemed, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got these pro droids trying to rip this door open. You got this Hut Cartel Star Courier, which you're pretty sure is the same ship you guys saw earlier, just parked in here. And there's these Phaelin in here who are like, some of them are kind of looking at this hangar door, and then some of them are looking at the door, and they all seem to have noticed that the lights have come on.
If the Imperial droids are trying to attack them, he's gonna be good guys, Wes says as he.
You, as Waz runs in there, Payne would run beside him and be like, you realize the Hutts and the Imperials don't necessarily get along. We're charging, by the way. We're just also having banter.
As you're charging?
Yeah.
Okay. I will give you an opening round just like before, so we don't have to re-roll any initiatives. So, everybody take a turn.
I'm gonna punch it again.
Okay. It's 2 purples, just like it was before.
A lot of things could happen here. It's just gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
It's 15 damage.
It's done.
It could crit. It could also do disorient, knockdown, concussive.
You said you could crit.
I could crit, yes.
Would you like to throw it into its buddy?
I would.
Okay. So what I'll do mechanically is you destroy this one and you give knockdown to the other one.
Beautiful.
I missed because the thing that was right in the air just now is on the ground, and there's now a scorch mark on the wall behind it.
Randall and Dex. You see Hulk Smash Pain throwing one droid into another while Pyro Waz tries to light the whole building on fire.
I'm gonna start blasting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1-1.
And how much
Oh,
damage
that's
is
9.
that?
9.
Okay. That's good. It doesn't kill it.
And I'm going to do what I did previously. I'm going to try to ensnare this one, the droid that hasn't been hit yet.
Okay. Roll your 1 purple light range. That yellow dice hates you so much.
It's like
I'm
3
not-
times been empty.
I'm not gonna lie. What I do is I clear the board when that happens a couple times. Once it's rolled a triumph, it gets to stay alive.
Is that how it works? So
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
think,
Once
you don't think its luck is just all used up once it does that?
oh no, once it rolls a triumph, that motherfucker's immortal until someone else, deletes it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you shoot the adhesive gun. Did you roll threats? You did roll
Yeah,
1 threat. So you adhesive the door lock. All right. It's the bad guy's turn, and they're actually going to get to go this time. Waz, red or blue?
Blue.
Okay. Would you like it to shoot you or your buddy?
No, buddy, always.
Okay.
If it helps, I'd rather it shoot me too. He looks weak and puny.
I would have picked Randall.
Oh,
What? What?
oh, Jeremy, you say the sweetest things.
You guys are just so loving.
Oh man, I'm wearing
That's got to be the nicest thing Jeremy has ever said to one of my characters. I'll never top that, Jeremy. I mean, I'll never try either, but I'll never top that.
So, Randall,
yes.
what's your defense rating?
I have 0 defense.
Excellent.
I like how you choose to pick me, not the gigantic battle droid.
I rolled the chance dice. It was a 50-50 shot. It was going to be Payne or you. Oh, he almost despaired. You guys were robbed. The bad guy almost despaired. But instead he does 12 damage to Randall as he fires a actual cannon out of his midsection.
Oof. Yeah. Luckily I'm wearing my 1 soak, so that gives me a total of 3 soak, not the 2 that's down here. That hurt.
All right, now the other one's going to go. It's Randall again.
God damn it.
It did despair this time. Oh, 3 advantage I think is a critical too. Hold on.
Oof.
Oh, it criticals on 2. Holy shit. It's also breach 1, so you don't get soak.
Oh, I didn't get soak?
No, you don't get soak.
Oh, whoops. Well then, yeah, that first one I was definitely down. That's...
Oh. Alright, well, so Ghost, you take 11 damage and a critical.
Ow.
And its gun explodes. And it doesn't destroy the droid, but it does deal significant damage to the front of it, and it reels back. And it is now top of the round. Randall's down with a gaping chest wound.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, let me bring you your deck of cards. Here you go.
Yep.
I don't think it's vicious or anything, but I'll double check. No, it's not. It's just breach. Breach is fucking broken as shit, though. So these things do a lot of damage, but they're really easy to kill.
Why wouldn't they just shoot the door and breach it open?
That's a valid question. Probably because they're droids and they didn't think of it. Not because the GM had a complete oversight or anything. That's
clearly plot armor. Clearly that door has plot armor.
Yes.
Yeah. I understand what's going on here.
The GM read his cards really closely and totally knew it had breach. Before that moment, just a minute ago, when he was like, yeah, it's got breach. Holy shit, slow down. The target can only act during the last allied initiative slot on his next turn.
I think he already acted in the last allied initiative slot.
Yeah, I think he did too. It is top of the round, though, so he has to go last.
Alright, where is that gun, like, built, like, deep inside them? Is it hanging off the side of them?
So, let me see if you can actually see it on this model. It's in this mid-torso section. You can see it. It doesn't look very big, but it is there. So on this side, there's a little thing that's sticking out between the top spear thing and the bottom spear thing. That little protrusion is its cannon. I'll point it towards the baddie, or towards the good guys.
Sticking out where?
Right. It's really hard to point in this game.
Between its legs?
No, it's in between the two. So it's got the two sections that look like two spheres, like glued together. It's in that gap between the two spheres glued together. It's this little thing right here.
Okay. So there's no way to just destroy that.
I wouldn't say there's no way. You could definitely reach in there and grab it and try to yank it out if that's what you would like to try to do. I'm just going to make it a brawl check, so it's...
I'm just going to punch it. I just don't have my my fists.
Okay. Punch it.
I have my knuckles, though, so it'll work fine.
Punch it good.
It's actually not that.
It was already knocked down, so I think you get advantage to knock down targets. It's upgrade your attack.
All right.
So it's like splayed out on its little pieces.
And I'm gonna take my whole turn. I don't know. Don't think that crits. Where's crit on this one?
I don't think it matters.
Oh, it does. It does crit, and that is 6 plus 8, 14 damage.
You got it by 1. It's dead.
All right.
Waz, there's 1 left. And it's already taken damage because its gun exploded.
I'm going to. You said it's kind of trying to.
Yeah, it's reared back because its gun exploded, and it was not expecting that to happen.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's also.
Pain's in melee range, and that thing... so they explode when you kill them, and I forgot. That's a whole thing that I forgot. So if you're going to punch it and kill it, it is going to explode, and it is going to do 8 damage.
Okay.
That's all of them should have done that. I completely forgot.
Does that 8 damage have breach as well?
No, it's like a grenade going off.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm only going to do it for that 1 because I completely forgot. And that probably would have that probably would have changed your tactics.
No, I can soak 8. I can't soak the breach. Would have been the problem.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're good. I don't think it's pierce or anything. Waz, you're going to shoot it?
Saying that, no, I'm going to try to kick it into the wall.
Okay, so you just saw that it explodes, and you're going to try to melee it. Okay. 2 purple.
He's not punching it.
How much damage is that?
7.
Total?
Yeah. My gauntlets are +1. I got 3 brawl, and I had 3 things. 3 plus 3 plus 1 is 7.
You're positive you don't have any other points of damage you can do. There's no other 1 point hidden in there.
I could flip a destiny token and do a once a encounter cunning extra thing. Oh man, which actually works really well in this situation. I will do that.
Okay. You kill it. How's it go down?
It's real worried, or it took a step back, which was just the advantage that I needed. I uppercutted it and it kind of floated away from me, and then as I backflip kicked it to the wall, I lay down flat as the explosion goes right over top of me.
Since you flipped a destiny token, I'm completely down with that. All right. You guys are in this room. This door has been adhesived over the lock and is more or less welded shut from the inside. But
Can I just pull the door open?
There's a giant hangar door.
Can they just pull this door open? Like athletics pull, I mean?
Can we knock on it and say, "Hey, what's going on in there?"
You can definitely knock on it and say, "Hey, what's going on in there?" You're not going to be able to athletics pull this thing open.
Okay.
Can someone give me a stim pack?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go
sort of,
be a doctor.
I'm sort of passed out.
You hear gurgling noises from the...
Oh.
Let's see. First, I will do your medicine check and see if you can get some points back.
Isn't it better to do the stim pack and then the medicine check? Because the medicine check is affected by how many wounds he's taken?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. All right, I'll stim pack it first.
Okay.
I think it's still gonna be like 2 purples though.
So the way the medicine check works is if his current wounds are equal or less than half. Equal, half, or less is easy. Equal to more than half is average, and if you are unconscious, it's hard.
So I have more than half of my...
So it's 2. So he's right, it's 2 purples.
Yeah.
Randall, you should invest in like just 15 stim packs and carry them around at all times.
But we have a doctor with us.
I think he's gonna get a lot of healing.
He sure is.
I wish I remembered how this works. Hold on. Oh, each blank on medicine check normally heals a single wound up to the maximum number of wounds the target is currently suffering. Beyond that, additional blank of no mechanical effect. Doesn't say what advantages do. Oh, advantages generated may be sent to eliminate strain from the target.
Those 3 success.
Yeah, 3 success. And you get an extra one, I think, because I'm surgeon.
Yeah, I was about to say, you get feats that make that better.
Yep.
And your backpack gives extra automatic success, right?
You're asking a lot of things. I don't think that's the case.
Here's another one of those things that flew off. This table's just exploding right and left. Look, here's another one.
Yeah, my tokens are not on my table. Like my
Yeah, we need to lock these down so that they don't. Because for
We'll
whatever
lock
reason,
that.
yours is always right in the blast zone.
and I have a token over here. I didn't even see that.
Oh, there's one of the lost tokens I was looking for.
You must have just found that because that was not there when I started the game.
Sometimes they get hidden underneath the sheets.
Anyway, so yeah, you get 4. I will double check my gear and make sure that that doesn't do what he said, but I don't think it does.
So, mechanically, you guys have 2 options. You can cut this door open, or you can try to get the hangar door open.
Now that I'm conscious, I do have a fusion cutter with me.
Why don't we try to like diplomacy? What happened with? Hey, what's going on in there?
Yeah, you can do that.
Imperial probe droids are done.
Hello? Are you real people?
Hello, are you real people?
In my droid voice, I'd like to respond, yes, we are real people.
Yeah, I don't know if they want droids, buddy.
That's racist.
Welcome to the galaxy.
I'll go open this door.
The hangar door?
Yeah.
I think you went to the wrong spot. You gotta go back to the command
Oh,
center.
you know what? I'm still a doctor, and you guys have criticals on you, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. I'll heal your criticals while you fucking deal with the organic bullshit.
So, you guys are yelling through the door,
I think I healed your critical.
and I called him NPC. That's really useful, Chris. Good job. Good job.
No, that's his name now. His name is NPC.
So we're gonna say his name is Tavers.
That is no fun. You gotta use NPC. ENPEZEE.
There we go. So he comes up to the door, and he's like, "I'm Tavers. I was looking for a individual that I had some business dealings with that was last seen in this sector. Are you friends of his?
What's his name?
His name is Lannis.
Lannis.
We know of Atlantis, Captain. I think.
Do we?
Isn't he the arms guy?
I don't know if we know that or if our previous characters.
Yeah, we ran
know
into
that.
him. We bought things off of him.
He also hired you for the blast tech job.
See? Told you.
We did a job for Lannis.
All right. What species is Lannis?
Organic.
Now who's
That's
racist?
racist. Yeah.
Wait, no, that actually is true. You're all organic. There's really only 2 species. Organic, droid.
Oh man.
He's got little horns. He likes to blow things up.
It's one of the Zabrak or Davaronians, according to my databases.
Zabrak.
Right.
Okay, so all right. Did Dex want to smooth that over and maybe deliver that a little better? maybe give me a social check of some kind and word it, Smith it, so I can give you a difficulty?
Yeah, Lannis. He hired us not too long ago. He was a Zabrak, if I recall correctly. But I'm told constantly that I'm a little racist, so I can't really just assume people's species. Is that how that
How is
works
that?
there?
How would that be
No.
racist? That doesn't
See,
even make any sense.
there's something wrong with my droid. You have to excuse him. So you were looking for Lannis, and you thought he was here?
Yeah. This is he's somewhere in this nebula. He said he was operating somewhere out of this asteroid field, and I found this base, and I thought this might be his. And then there were all these droids, and things went very badly.
Yeah. So how long have you been here?
Like 2 hours.
We don't see his ship. We're talking through the door, right? Okay.
You did see his ship through the security cameras, but you don't see it now.
But on the security cameras, we pretty much confirmed that this was the ship that went through the nebulous at the same time we did.
Yeah, it's a rare ship, and it's highly probable that it's the same ship.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him that. Yeah. Well, this is kind of like our base. We saw you coming through the nebula earlier, but we usually have like a contingent of TIE fighters here. We're trying to find them. So
TIE fighters? You're Imperial?
no. We have them.
They're liberated
stolen.
TIE fighters.
Yeah, liberated. That's the right word. Thank you.
Yes,
Payne.
you're welcome, Captain.
Oh.
So how about we open the door? We're not going to shoot you guys. I don't think you guys are going to shoot us. We can just talk this out.
We should talk this out somewhere else because those Imperial droids that some kind of signal out.
So, we can open the hangar door and fly out if all the droids are gone.
All the droids are gone.
We sort of
be
we
clear.
sort of welded metal plates over this door. It's not going to open anytime soon.
If the droids weren't here, how would we be talking to you? I'm sorry, if the droids were here, how would we be talking to you?
That's a valid point.
Okay, we'll see you on the other side.
Here's our comm info, so you keep talking to us since we're in ships.
So they load up. You guys are going to load up too?
Yeah.
All right.
Is there no more like investigation that we could do here to try to figure out where our guys went or how long they've been away?
Yeah, if you want to. You don't have to leave just because they're departing.
Okay.
Can we look at the beds and see like how much dust has accumulated on them?
I thought we
Sure.
already figured out they left a week ago.
Mm-mm.
Like we knew that,
They,
but
le-
like
they left a week after you did. You've been gone for a little bit more than a month now.
and I want to know why. I don't know if we'll find that out, but that's what I'm trying to find.
Now, is this a droid out here in the hangar?
There is a maintenance droid. It's powered down like the rest of the base.
You said all the computers and everything were wiped. Was the security system wiped?
Yep, everything's wiped. Everything is intentionally wiped, and everything is shut down properly. It is not a hasty withdrawal.
Right.
It looks like they just moved.
They probably, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Captain.
there's an attack on the planet. Like they probably moved and set up their new base of operations somewhere.
So we know there's a biometric lock on this data pad. You want to put your palm print right here and see if that will unlock it?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I'll be a guinea pig.
So-
Stick my hand on
Dex
here.
grabs the datapad and it unlocks, and it starts playing a holographic message that starts. So If this is playing for you, you're either a Captain Dex or a Slicer who's good enough to unlock it. Assuming that you are Dex, about a week ago we lost contact with you. Jera's been advertising that she's killed all sorts of rebels and that she's in command of this sector, and her propaganda machine's going strong, but I can't rule out the possibility that you've been killed or captured, in which case this facility is not valid anymore. A friend of mine just entered the system and is going to be progressing our calls, I'll say. And I've decided to link up with him. I've sent comm coordinates attached in this message that you can reach me at later on, if this is you. Hopefully you're not dead. And then it blinks out.
I hope I'm not dead either. Okay. Cool. We got forwarding con. Yeah, let's go. We can go talk to these guys now.
Okay, so you want to fly back to your ship?
Yep. Oh, you know what? Do we want to talk to the hut ship real quick?
I mean, they're going to fly out with you.
Okay.
Unless you want to talk to them in person. They're going to be within comm range.
Nah, that's fine. We can just talk to them that way. I don't even really have any questions for them.
Hey, did they have any icons on their ship?
Yes. Yes, they did.
What's his name's icon?
Gimba?
Yeah.
It is not Gimba's icon.
Okay, that's good. Is it one of the ones we've worked for before?
It is.
Good.
It's the one that Blue Lamont is part of. The Hut cartel that nobody talks about.
Good, even better.
All right. So I see we have a Ranither.
He's
Yeah,
here?
sorry.
Holy shit, he's here!
He's been here for a minute, but we were in the middle of something.
Sorry, bedtime went a little late.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get them books in.
If you want to get him caught up, I gotta pee.
So
We did a live stream.
there's a couple of important notes. It'd be easier to go over. Are we flying back to your headquarters?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to load that map so I can just show it. Okay. So this is the asteroid that Ranither started on this morning. So what has happened here in the immediate past is you're part of a Jawa clan that has a space barge that has been refining gas in this area, and you came across this lone Mon Cal guy on this asteroid base. And it turns out he's really, really good at making shit out of just junk that you bring him. So you have a mutually beneficial arrangement going where he builds all these weapons and you sell them to the rebels. During the process of this arrangement, your clan decided you would be the best ambassador to this guy. So they basically had you set up a little embassy, we're going to call it. And you have a little quarters here, and whenever he needs something, the Mon Cal would ask you, and the Jawas would bring it, and you would ask him to build stuff, and you would export it to them. And at some point in time, you convinced him to sell you this shuttle that's sitting out here. So you haven't done anything with it yet, and it also doesn't run. But it's an empirical thing to note that he has sold you this shuttle in exchange for parts he needed to fix the Lambda shuttle.
So I own the shuttle.
Yes, it doesn't run. It's a lawn ornament, but you own that shuttle. So it's going to be a point of contention in the party. Just metagame, I'm going to tell you that. But it's also a way of, getting you hooked in. They showed up earlier today and said, hey, let's all go on a road trip. And you were like, sure, I'm going to go with you. And so you all piled into their ship. And this is your first time on the Proto Shadow. You met the rest of the crew, so they're going to fill you in on who they are, and we're going to have those introductions. And it says find your character. Where'd your icon go? What do we do? Move them all over here or something? Yeah, we move them all over here. Let me do this. Move you back to the permanent proto shadow map that's up here in the top right for me. You have a bodyguard that you and him don't speak the same language. His name's Gator, and he's a salvage droid that the clan gave you to protect you. He just follows you around and kills shit. And that's about it. Who wants to introduce themselves?
Are we going with the I only speak Jawa?
Yes, but all the droids, but you also speak binary, so you can talk to all the droids, and all the droids can talk to you. But the organics don't understand a word you're saying, and you always need a droid to translate.
I'll be right back.
My wife must hate you all because she just said I have to talk like Jar Jar the entire time.
That's never gotten anyone killed.
I feel like this is something that Jeremy would have done already.
Even Jeremy is too afraid to roll a Gungan.
Jeremy's tried using that accent 2 to 3 times. He lasted maybe 3 to 4 seconds before he realized how dangerously close he was to death. And even Jeremy backed down.
The bucket head on your protector gator robot, he said like 3 words, and then we ran into a crate dragon.
Oh no, I thought Knockout got him.
So, Gator is not a droid, right?
Gator is a droid.
So, you said I speak Jawa and binary, which...
So Gator is the only droid you've ever known that doesn't speak binary. He only speaks basic, and his accents change depending on his mood. So he doesn't understand you, and you don't understand him.
He just follows me around and kills shit for me.
Yep.
Got it.
We're on our ship right now?
Yep, everybody's back on the Proto Shadow. You are en route back to base. I was going to have you guys introduce yourselves to Ranither now that he's here. Ghost is AFK, so not everybody jump at once to be the first one to introduce yourself to the Jawa.
I'm just trying to find my body.
So you would see a laminate armor that's painted with a bunch of fire and a fire projector on his shoulder, and he would walk up and say, "Hey, my name is Master Waz. I am a specialist in martial arts, and it's nice to meet you, you little guy."
And
you
would understand.
I just stare at him.
None of that.
I literally just stare at him and shake my head.
I would like to walk up to the droid. Be like, "Hi, I am Dr. Payne. How are you?"
In basic or binary?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'll do binary.
He's just going to look at you.
I'm going to interject and be like, so my droid here doesn't speak droid. I apologize. I need to scrap him at some point. But he doesn't know that I'm going to do that.
You would scrap your droid? You could just get him fixed.
Or I can sell him for parts.
That would be like saying, you only speak Jawa or binary. We're just going to scrap you and get a new one.
But I speak the language I'm supposed to speak. He doesn't speak the language he's supposed to speak.
He speaks the language he was programmed with. How is that not what he was supposed to speak? Also, we have a droid tech. We can probably get him hooked up with some languages.
You're welcome to try. If not, at some point, I will scrap him because I don't own him.
Waz is continuing to stare at a conversation that he's not understanding.
He doesn't understand any of this.
Oh, can you relay to the what is he supposed to be?
He's
Conan.
That is an excellent question.
Can you relay to whatever your crewmate is that unfortunately I do not understand him in any way, shape, or form.
Yes, I will look at Waz and be like, great, we have another crew member who doesn't like you.
I smile.
He's a crew member?
How can you tell that a Jawa smiles?
Their eyes smile.
That's weird.
Did that Jawa just blink at me?
He winked at you.
And take a step back.
I stare at the droid. Did your friend not like company?
He's racist. Most of the organics on this ship are racist. Don't sweat it. I would only ask that you not take things apart, and remember that you may be able to take apart organics. I can take apart organics. Truce?
Did you just say I could take apart organics, and you can take apart organics?
You can take apart mechanical things, and I can take apart organic things. Let's not go to war.
Sorry, your actual microphone is just not very loud.
Yeah, he's had that problem for several sessions now. I got him up to almost like 200% on Discord.
I have him at 200%, and I'm still like, damn it, David.
Is this better? I put it in my mouth.
Yes, that's
Yes.
much better.
Awful. All right. Anyway, no, I am simply. I know the captain said that your kind like to take things apart. Droid things. I would like you to not take me apart.
Okay.
And you probably shouldn't talk about scrapping Gator, especially not when he can hear. Definitely not when I can hear. He seems like a nice droid. Just needs a little work.
He doesn't have any legs.
He's floating, right?
That's a bit.
Is he floating, or is he just like does he drag himself around by his one arm?
I don't know. I'm just looking at his token.
Kizik's gonna murder all of you.
It's an honest question. Like if is he just not finished? Like the drawing's not finished, or is this what he actually is? This what's left?
The drawing just doesn't have legs, but he
So he has legs.
is,
It's like a dum droid with a bucket on its head.
yes.
Okay.
Well-
My bad. I was taking the token at face value. I thought I needed to scrap this droid for parts.
Gotcha. Now the art on it looks pretty cool. I like the drawing style. I actually like that one better than I like his Waz drawing.
I do too, but he's missing legs and a hand.
You got to give artists time. Anyway, so yeah, the just you know, bear with them. They're trying not to be racist, but they're all racist.
I'm a Jawa. I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, I'm a droid. I'm used to it, but I hate it.
Lucy drops out of the ceiling and like eyes the Jawa. She doesn't say anything. She walks up to it. She kind of sniffs like, "Oh my god," and then goes back up the elevator.
Lucy, meet my new friend.
She's gone. She's like, "Oh, it smells so bad."
That's racist.
It smells bad.
I'm pretty sure that's racist. Can we give it a bath? Do you take baths?
So, Jawas partially communicate through pheromones that smell really, really bad. Basically, their sweat is part of their communication. It's very musky.
Oh, I have a solution. I will be right back. I'm going to go to my my laboratory, and I'm going to make a. You know what Vicks Vapor Rub is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to make a solution similar to that, but much more caustic, that will keep everyone from smelling anything.
I'm gonna go out of character for a second. I'm assuming as a Jawa, I realize that I communicate through pheromones, correct?
Yes.
And I'm going to assume that I have some kind of bodily control over that, realizing that I'm not around other Jawa at the moment, correct?
I don't know that you can actually control it, but if it's a big deal for you, we'll go ahead and say yes.
Well, I
I've
mean,
got a solution.
I mean,
It's gonna be great.
if we're ever trying to sneak somewhere and I just smell rancid,
Nah. This. Let me.
We'll just have a cleaning droid follow behind you spraying Febreze. We'll be alright.
Also, with this party, stealth.
We've had several successful stealth missions.
You have. I've been really proud of you this season, but as a rule,
More so than any other party we've ever had.
Oh God.
Yeah. I don't generally try to even stealth. I usually just go with I'm going to run in and punch that guy.
do you guys want to move this party to like an actual socialization area, like the rec room?
Cargo
Yeah.
bays are fine. I'm a Jawa.
I will, however, share my caustic substance with Lucy and be like, hey, this will burn a little bit, but you won't be able to smell the Jawa.
You know, she trusts you right now. Do you want to do this?
Okay, I have a separate solution I make for her. It's less caustic.
I'm not
Just-
putting that shit in my nose.
You don't put it in your nose, you put it right below your nose.
I ain't putting that shit on my face.
I've seen you drink and eat things that I wouldn't think you should put in your body.
You know what? It's called Monster Energy, and I'm not talking to you about this again.
Speaking of which, you know, whiskey party members. Also, you gonna introduce yourself to the Jawa?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and well, the Jawa can't really communicate with me too well. Oh, this thing, Gator. Gator can talk to it, right?
Gator absolutely can. Kizik's going to be voicing Gator.
So, does Gator have like a large blade? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay. So, Gator, I caught your name. What's the Jawa's name?
Ranithar, Captain.
Ranithar. Okay, I don't know. I don't really speak Jawa. That's a pretty crazy name. Anyway, Ranithar. It's nice to have you on the ship, and Gator. It's good to have another droid on here. We welcome all droids, as you can see, but there's some rules we got to go over. Board the Proto Shadow. It's kind of like a how am I going to explain this? It's a ship in space, so if you take it apart and we all die,
I've already
it's
talked
gonna
to
be a
him.
bad thing.
about
Oh,
it,
okay.
Captain.
Okay, just making sure.
He has promised not to take me apart, and I have promised not to take him apart.
Okay, well, the ship too shouldn't be taken apart. We're not
No,
taking
I
apart
would-
the ships.
I would survive that, Captain.
So,
Yeah.
Ranithar,
I'm-
you
I'm
actually grew up on a ship in space. With that said, you don't actually understand what Dex sounds like to you right now is womp 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 womp
Yes.
womp.
But I have
You
the
asked me
familiar
what he
suspicion
says?
to not take it apart.
Do you ask me what he says?
No, I do not.
Damn it!
All right, I'm gonna pour drinks for everybody.
As a droid, I would assume you would be translating if it was necessary.
Oh, then I absolutely do translate and tell you that he warns you that he knows of your kind, despises Jawas, but you are welcome on this ship so long as you do not do anything untoward.
Is Cole here?
Yeah, he spends most of his time in the garage working on the ship. He's like
Okay.
taking like a hot rod obsession to your leapfrog. Like he's always trying to trick it out and get a little bit more, speed stuff out of it.
He needs to put a flame job on it.
It's not actually that fast at all. It's actually really, really slow. But
Yeah.
it's the closest thing he's got.
Honda Civic. Let's do it.
So I have to ask this real quick, completely out of context. Is Jeremy actually doing most of the character models? Is that what's going on?
Actually, most of the character models I think were a pain. Although here he's done Randall, he's done Gator, and he's done himself. So he's got 3 right here.
I did Dex.
Yeah, Dex was done by Ghost. Maul likes to do Photoshop, so he will often, like he did yours. He really enjoys doing that.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
literally grafted half a dozen droid pieces onto your onto the model.
The hunter armor.
Yep. Yeah, you have a BB-8 shoulder pad, a Dum Dum Droid elbow pad,
one of those tentacle droids for a chest piece, and a C-3PO fingers for a necklace. Oh.
I feel like you had way too much fun with that.
Yeah, my daughter and her friend had a sleepover. They were judging me as I cut fingers off of a droid.
He really does enjoy doing that stuff.
Anyway,
And it's even got the loudspeaker thing right here where your mouth, I assume, is. I can't tell because I've never seen a Jawa mouth, but if it has one, it's right there.
So, do you drink the whiskey, by the way, right out there?
no.
No. Okay.
What the hell, man? I poured you a shot. You're
I
on
will
the
take
ship.
his. I will take his shot.
What are you
Captain.
gonna fucking do with it yet? You're a droid.
That is racist.
He's going to dilute your next stim pack with it.
Yeah, that is- I put it in my. I open a little canister and fill it with that for future use.
All right, let me roll a bunch of dice because you only had 3 of those canisters when you started, and one of them has Black Plague in it. Nope, you didn't do it though.
I'm going to pay attention to Gator and see if Gator actually looks like he's getting ready for anything. Since I don't know any of these people, I'm just taking cues from the one thing that I do know.
I think Gator's just entertained by all these people who are speaking basic. If Kizik wants him to say anything, he can, but he's only got a 1 intelligence, and his entire programming directive is don't let anyone kill Ranither.
That's why I'm paying attention to him and seeing if he's looking like he wants to kill anybody. If not, I'm good.
He hasn't heard Pain. Oh no, Pain has spades some basics, so nobody has threatened his little buddy. So he's going to give the verbal warning to everyone that says, "Stay back and be safe for my little friend."
This is why Gator didn't make it.
Are you talking to about your sword? Why would anyone not stay away from your sword?
No, my little friend, he's right there, close to everyone. No, not too close.
Oh, you mean the Jawa? Yeah, we like him.
Lucy's gonna be like, he almost sounds like this character on a show I used to watch.
He's going to switch a little bit every time. Remy, I saw a green face and it just makes me so happy sometimes.
I would like to look at the Jawa and apologize for my previous statement about it being racist for him to want to destroy Gator. And I take it back. You are right. That abomination needs to be scrapped as soon as possible.
What is he saying?
I wish we were still in the cargo bay. I would have opened the side. I've been to this all out in this space.
He's not really saying anything useful other than that none of us are to harm you, which I've already reiterated to the crew, not to harm you, but your little friend is it's just the way he says it. Can
I make a suggestion or something here? I know that we've got Clean. He's up in he's up steering the ship right now, but we could get him to maybe make a voice modula box or something like that. Help Gator a little bit here.
I don't need any help, you guys. I'm okay.
I think with a voice modular box, he'd sound less annoying, is what I'm trying to say. So maybe,
Captain, don't you mean without a voice modular box, he would sound less annoying?
I think that communication is key amongst a group, and Mr. Clean is around. We can just ask him.
Normally,
if it's
Captain,
possible.
I would agree. In this situation, I think you're incorrect. Only in this situation.
Gator's going to take a step forward and say, "Did you threaten me?"
Who threatened who here?
Hey,
Nope.
he said, taking my voice away.
What are you doing? You're already broken. I would be.
I'm not saying that you're. I'm saying you could be helped or fixed if you want it, but you've got the choice.
You're You're trying to fix my little friend here too?
We want you guys to understand each other. If you had the ability to speak to him in binary, in basic, yeah, it would help.
I am speaking the basic though.
Right. But he can speak and understand binary, right? Isn't this how this works? You don't.
Captain, the Java speaks binary and understands Java.
Yes,
No.
I understand. So what I
Speaks
don't
Java,
understand.
but also understands binary. You can't actually speak binary. It's not a verbal language.
Tracking.
It's
I understand.
weird because droids can speak it, but
Yeah, I've never learned binary. It just seemed really silly for me to do.
of course
But,
it's organic.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to say maybe we can help these two talk it out,
Yeah.
discuss things better. You guys don't want it, that's fine. I just
Why
don't.
don't you let me take him to Dr. Clean's office? It's right through. I think it's a door or two. It's next door, right past the where we left the drop ship. We can take him right to Dr. Payne's office. Oh, okay. They would have put in the reactor. That seems worse.
That's where the droid workshop on the ship is. It's an actual place.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to take him to the docking port over here.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez. Oh, now we don't need to do that.
It didn't take long to want to fuck up Gator.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Gator, if you come with us, we'll make you an even better fighter. We can definitely reprogram and make you even better at protecting Ranathar.
I already do a good job protecting Ranathar.
When you say reprogram, do you mean complete wipe, like down to the core?
I wasn't thinking that. I was.
Oh, I think you should think that.
Yeah.
All right, next up, kids, we got to go back to our planet that we incited a rebellion on and kind of check in with our troops. So,
I love how you say our troops. That's
yeah, they're ours. We started this. It was a group effort. I need to know where those fucking TIE fighters are. So we gotta find them.
Didn't he give you a comm?
Call him.
Yeah, let's do this.
I call him. As the captain's secretary, I called him.
Okay. So, the comm code is the equivalent of a voicemail box. It's capable of live connection, but it defaults to you can send a message and he'll respond to it.
I do exactly that. I send him a message. This is Dr. Payne. Messaging for Captain Dex. Went to the base. You weren't there. Found your data pad. Got your comm code. Hi. Where'd you guys go?
So, you're going to send that off?
Yep.
And are we just going to wait for a response, or are you guys going to do other stuff in the meantime?
I think we're still gonna try to head to the planet, so it just depends on how long it's gonna take in that travel.
Okay.
So, if we get to the planet before he messages back, it is what it is. But, yeah, we can still check in with people.
What ship are you taking to the planet?
Well, that's good. Good question.
Could take the Corvette.
What's the armament on a Corvette?
It's not a Corvette. A Corvette's a classification. And remember, we established it's called a Corvette, but it's a freighter with 2 turbo lasers and a missile launcher, and it's out of missiles.
Gotcha.
So it's
Probably not the best thing to go through
it's got
Warzone with.
It's got less armament than the Proto Shadow, but it is purpose built for fighting. No, it's not even purpose built. It's been refitted for fighting. Yes, that's the right thing.
Okay. What happened to the courier?
I mean, I thought you guys were flying back to your asteroid. They stayed in the area for a while. You could calm them if you wanted to talk to them. They gave you a comm code that you can use, but they did fly off, and you've lost sensor track of them.
Okay, that's cool. Alright, the lambda's fixed. And we could take the leapfrog.
The
Or-
Lambda's got parts, but you guys haven't fixed it. Randall didn't have time
Oh,
to
we
fix
haven't
it.
fixed it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's something you could do. You also have a starship mechanic that if you go back to your asteroid base, you could say, "Hey, go fix that," and he could do it.
Hmm. Damn it, don't make me choose this by myself.
What are you trying to choose?
We need to go and check on our people.
All right, so we send
Uh,
Cole to start working on the Lambda shuttle. Right?
Cole, yeah, okay.
Could we do some kind of long range scan? Is anybody a smuggler? Can anybody else break a blockade?
Break a blockade?
Or just run the blockade, sneak it through? I don't know how to do things. If I was trying to punch somebody in the face, I would give them a feint and then come around the other side. I don't know how you would do that to a blockade.
Well, we were going to take the smaller ship to slip down to the planet. It was either going to be the leapfrog or the lambda. But the lambda's getting worked on now, so let's take the leapfrog.
Well, you can also wait for the Lambda if you want. Like, you could skip time if you want. It's one of the reasons I'm asking what ship you're taking, because it does make a difference. Obviously, the advantage of the Lambda is it is an actual Imperial ship.
Yeah.
The advantage of the leapfrog is, right now, it's in better condition, but it doesn't have hyperdrive. So that's something.
Why don't we start working on the Lambda shuttle with Randall and Cole and all any of the rest of us helping with as much as possible. We do that.
To cut
If he
back on
texts
time.
texts us, and tells us he needs us there ASAP, we can reroute our plans.
Cool. Let's do it.
Good call, Captain.
All right.
Good call. Good call.
This way I can also make some more, or make some grenades with my explosives.
No, you're working on the shuttle.
Okay. So, go ahead and give me some mechanics checks for working on the shuttle. They're all going to be 2 purple checks.
Can any of us help?
Any of you can help. Any of you can roll it. Successes make it go faster. Failures make it take longer.
Right, and it's 2 purples.
It's 2 purples. The Jawa can participate too if he wants.
I mean, other than the fact that I have no idea what's going on.
I didn't say that you had to have skills in it. You can participate if you want.
No, I mean, like, they've conversed a plan amongst themselves.
Oh, I repeat all the plans to you in binary. Or whatever it is I'm supposed to talk to you in.
See, this is why we need to fucking fix this problem. And I tried to say, hey, Mr. Clean can fix this problem, and nobody wanted to fucking do it.
I would totally agree that I had a failure on my my mechanics check. I'm not helping appropriately.
Let's see. Yeah. 5 advantage, 2 success. Is Mr. Clean 3 yellows?
I mean, I have a yellow and green if you want me to assist.
I mean, I think we're good. So, you're going to get a beep beep on Payne's comm, and it's going to be Ardos. Just as you're, like, putting the last little bit... Well, most people are putting, hydraulic fluid into the wing apparatus, but you've actually pulled the drain plug on it, because you failed.
Yep.
So they're putting fluid in, you're draining it out.
Captain Deck Secretary, how can I help you?
Payne, it's Ardos. You guys are alive.
Hey,
That's amazing.
buddy. Yeah. We we went to Al Shaddai. Is that where we went?
Oh, yeah. It would have
Yeah,
been
we went-
nice. It would have been nice if you guys had, like, told us, because
The
like,
captain said he took care of all that. That's what his like. He wouldn't forget something like that. He's the captain, right?
no, we
Oh.
definitely weren't told. It's
You're saying the captain lied about telling you?
No, I probably told my secretary to do it.
You never tell me things like that.
So anyway, Captain Repness showed up.
Let me put you on speaker.
Okay.
I start broadcasting it out of my speaker mouth hole.
So Captain Repness showed up about a week after you guys were gone. Jera has been broadcasting on her propaganda channel that she's killed you, which she thought was going to help, but actually that enraged all the people you'd made friends with down on the planet, and they started like Molotoving the stormtrooper barracks and stuff. So kind of a rebellion. They called all their ships. They've got a ton of ships over top of Thun right now, and there's a Imperial Star Destroyer from some other faction that is over her capital right now. I think she's negotiating for some allied support. Anyway, we went to work for Captain Repness because he was here and he was fighting the Imperials. But we've had to go back into hiding because they have a lot bigger ships now, and there are a lot more of them. We did manage to pick up a few extra fighters, though.
How many?
We're almost up to a squadron now. We're not using we're not using standard ties. We've got a couple of tie aggressors, and we picked up a Mandel Motors M12 and a couple others. Just the stuff we could get our hands on. But there's like a council now for the rebels, for the resistance. You're probably going to want to meet them if you're still going to want to participate. Just know that some of them are going to be nicer than others.
Where are they meeting? Do you know?
Obviously, I don't just have that information. They don't meet on the regular. They only meet as needed, and it's always in a secret location that we get right beforehand. Makes it harder for the Imperials just to kill us all with one torpedo.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, do you have any idea who Jera's meeting with?
We don't. We've been trying to get that information. One of the Resistance commanders has hired a bomber that you are familiar with, I think, named Som Dunn, to try to blow up the summit between Jera and whoever it is. But I don't think he's actually on our side. And there's been a lot of heated debate amongst the Resistance Council on hiring this guy. He's my only lead as far as knowing someone who's getting close to finding that information out. Unless we want to fly out to Jera's capital and try to sneak aboard an Imperial Star Destroyer, which doesn't sound like a good idea either.
Yeah, I don't know if there's such thing as having good ideas anymore. There's just brave ideas at this point.
Well,
You're so-
I think the immediate problem that the council would like to break is to get rid of the blockade over Thun, or to hurt Jera while all those ships are blockading Thun, because those ships had to be pulled from somewhere.
We should hit
Yeah.
that Anna gas platform that we gave her.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, if you find out, when this council's meeting next, I guess let us know. We can be there.
I can send messages if you want an audience with them. I can set it up. It'll take a while, but I can set it up.
Captain, tell them about the big ship we got them. And the weapons of crates of weapons we bought them.
They already know about the crates of weapons. That's an arrangement that's been made already.
Yeah, so there's this Hut Corvette you should try to pick up. Is that the one you're talking about?
Oh wait, no, you're talking about the stuff he bought on Nar Shaddaa. Aren't you?
Yeah.
You're talking about this. Okay, sorry. Yes. You did buy a bunch of stuff on Nar Shaddaa that is much better than the stuff they have.
Oh yeah, I need to give that to him.
You can just load it up on the Corvette and deliver it.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. So Artist is going to be like, so when you say you got a Corvette, what kind of Corvette are we talking about?
An ugly one.
Okay. The technical, well, I don't have a technical term for it. It's basically a pirate Corvette. It's a refitted one. It is pretty ugly.
That's what I'm gonna tell him.
Like, that's really cool. We can send over some fighters to take possession of it. Are you going to be staying at that asteroid base you were at?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Here's a encryption code. We cycle our comms every 2 weeks. Sometimes sooner if we know it's been compromised. This encryption code will help you cycle through and get our new codes.
Good deal. Good deal.
Also, some
right.
gun is crazy. That guy put a bomb inside of a guy that's on our ship right now. Like, inside him. And he stole a lady.
Okay, so you have dealt with him.
Yeah, he's a crazy motherfucker.
Okay, well, when we get this meeting together from the resistance leaders, you should definitely bring that up, because it's like I said, it's a matter of heated debate. About half the council wants to trust him and the other half doesn't.
Definitely shouldn't trust him.
Oh, also, have you heard of oh man, I forget the guy's name. Lannis? Is there anybody working there?
That's Repness.
Captain
Repness.
Lannis Repness. Yes, he's showed up. He's leading. Basically, if there's Space Forces fighting, he's leading them. He's managed to get 5 or 6 ships together and actually do damage to Jarrah's forces.
We have a Hut cartel guy who was trying to reach him.
Oh, I don't know anything about that, but I'll look into it.
We have comm codes I can forward you for them.
All right, I can forward those to the right people. We actually base our fighters on some of Repness's ships now.
So he's an ally.
Yeah, he's done really good. I think he started out a pirate. I don't know what his past is, but he's been doing solid work against Jarrah, and he's managed to win the trust of the council.
We might have made a weapon of mass destruction for him.
We helped him get the materials for a weapon of mass destruction.
Right. There's a difference.
Okay. Well, he hasn't used any weapons of mass destruction that I know of. Regardless,
Well, it's still pretty early.
He's been pretty trustworthy. I've worked with him. He seems all right.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you can arrange a meeting for us in this council,
I'll do that. Anything you guys can do to help mess Jarrah up, whether it's breaking that blockade or sabotaging behind the lines, or if you can find out anything about who this ally is that Jarrah's meeting with, that would be really hot information we'd like to have.
yeah, sure thing. I'd like to find out who that is too.
And Ardos is gonna be like, and one last thing, since you seem concerned about Captain Repness, you, I, and he have a mutual business acquaintance, and that's all I can really say over an open comm.
Okay. A mutual business. Okay.
The kind who's issued us all IDs.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
All right. Anyway, I have to go. We're about to launch a squadron, so.
All right. Good luck.
All right.
Damn, he seems busy.
Yeah. He's been helping fight a guerrilla war while you've been gone.
Captain, he says you didn't tell him that you were leaving.
I don't remember telling anybody we were leaving because it kind of happened at a weird time.
If only there was a way you could communicate over longer distances.
Yeah.
Someday the future will have things like that.
So you're talking about these communicators?
Oh yes, that was sarcasm. Did I do good, Captain?
You're getting better at it. Sometimes I don't even know.
Cole,
You know?
Cole turns and is like, "All right, job's done. This baby's purring like a kitten. You're sure you don't want me to scrub that Imperial emblem off the side?"
Yeah. You leave that on there.
Yeah, Captain, you might want to make sure our ships know that we are in an Imperial ship. Just, would be ashamed to get shot down by our friends.
That's true, but we can hail them, when we see them too.
How will we know that it's our ships?
Because our ships are fucking crazy. I think we'll know.
Yeah, good. You think?
Yeah. All right. So I think we should get on this Lambda and head down to the planet.
All right.
Who's with me?
Let's do it, sir.
Yeah.
I'll tell the Jawa what we're doing, and then we're leaving now.
And did between Cole or myself we realize that Payne actually opened up a port and was draining fluid?
Yes, it's been
Okay.
fixed. It was never going to be a thing that was going to disable the ship. It was just how long does it take? If you guys hadn't rolled any failures, you would have actually already been en route to the planet by the time you got the phone call.
Whoops.
Well, yeah. Whoops.
I don't know. I can't see that being a bad thing. I expect you guys to have more failures. Okay, so who's where? Everyone's getting on the Lambda then, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And where do we want to go to?
The planet?
There are multiple planets.
Oh, you know what? Captain, maybe we should check out the Tabana gas. I'm sorry, not Tabana gas. The platform that we delivered that we've been threatening to blow up for a while.
You want to go check it out in this Lambda shuttle?
That seems like a good idea.
We should have packed Randall's cuddle buddy into the ship before that.
Who?
His giant tank of gas.
So when he's
this is-
refined it into its explosive form, it's actually a liquid. It's got to be
Yeah.
condensed, and it's got to be kept extremely cold.
Yeah, so this is what we should refer to as a scout mission, where we go and we see if she's actually pulled troops from there. And if she has, we can figure out what our best way to get in there and blow that up, because that would significantly hurt her forces.
Very true. You got a good head on your shoulders, Pain.
It's actually in my upper torso.
Yeah, I see that now. It's you got a big old suit on. We're not gonna be.
It's not a suit. He's got a new chassis. That is his
Yeah.
body now.
That's not inconspicuous.
Was I inconspicuous before?
Yes.
Also, none of you are inconspicuous.
That's true, but you were the one that was supposed to be inconspicuous,
Why?
so that we could do the other thing,
What other thing?
the other part of the job. Like you do one side of it, we do the other side of it because you're the inconspicuous one.
I don't think you've ever had me do anything inconspicuous before.
Well, now it's not even an option.
I didn't know it was an option before.
Me neither. It's okay. You got a big suit on, which is nice.
So you want to recon the place where they had the Tabana gas?
Yeah, we kind of want to do a flyby and see if she's pulled troops from there to
Okay.
put her on the planet.
How close do you want to jump to the location?
I want to stay like. Let's start just outside of long sensor range. That way I can move into it slow.
Okay. Give me a second, because I'm going to have to adjust this map ever so slightly, because she pulled troops.
Good call.
And she has an actual limited number of troops that I keep track of.
I was really hoping there'd be more asteroids.
Alright. If I didn't fuck that up. I think I got it right. Let's make sure I didn't accidentally drop any in the trash. I didn't. Alright, so from long range, you don't get anything from long range other than there is a giant space station. And you can set your sensors to passive and fly closer if you'd like, and then you can do a computer's check to try to evaluate what you see here.
Yes, that's the plan.
Before we do that question, can we do astrogation ahead of time so that when we inevitably fuck this up, we can just push a button and leave?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to have the astromech do that now.
Oh, you brought the astromech with you? Usually he stays on the proto shadow.
Uh,
I didn't
okay.
call it. Yeah.
Worst captain ever.
So-
No, that's probably not true.
So,
You be captain next time.
Pass. Hard
So-
pass.
I know a smidge about some astrogation. I don't know how. It might be worthwhile if we really need to get a way out of here. I could probably figure something out.
Who's got good astrogation? Does anybody have astrogation?
Nope.
I have intellect 5, so I have 5 green dice.
Roll your
Alright.
5 green dice in the black, and I'll let you know how you did.
With just unopposed, or
Yep, that's in the black, in the dark. Excellent. You feel very confident that this is a highly accurate, highly fast route back to the general vicinity, but not directly to your asteroid base. That way, if someone tries to track your plot, it won't lead them right back home.
Nice. Well done.
Okay,
Yes.
so you get closer, and so now we are at a point where you're going to do a computer's check. So Randall was doing astrogation. He is too busy to do the computer's check for the scanners. Someone else is going to have to do it.
Is that int?
That is intellect for computers, yes.
Let's see if I have a point in it first before I get. Okay, nope.
We can do a combined one.
You can do a combined one. And Ranather, you can always offer to assist people, and it just gives them a boost dice.
As long as I know what they're doing.
Yeah. I was about to say,
I-
the logical person for you to assist is Payne, because he's the only person who, when he speaks, you're like, oh, I know what he's saying.
Yeah, we're scanning for troop placement and numbers.
Yeah, I'll throw some assistance there.
Difficulty?
The difficulty for this check to remain passive is 1 red. Excellent. So everything on the map you can see.
So there's only 2 big ships. How do they compare to our ship?
So if you're talking about the Proto Shadow is actually bigger than the Gazantes. The Raider Corvette's about the same size, but it's purpose-built for war. You've kicked a Raider Corvette's ass before.
And this is a TIE aggressor, so it's just a little one.
So the TIE aggressors are docked to the bottom of the Gazantes. They can carry 4 starfighters each. But they're actually just troop transports. The Gazante's main danger is that they will try to dock with you and then dump hundreds of stormtroopers onto your ship. Not hundreds, but maybe 100.
A few dozen.
If you more than you want on your ship, which I guess is one, but and the
Alright.
and the Carillion Corvette is same kind of deal as the Raider 2. It's just a different configuration. You do spot the gas platform. It has been actually attached to the station. It seems to be the main fuel source for all the Tabana gas needs of the main fleet here.
All right. I have another question.
Okay.
Can you figure out we run an astrogation check to do the math to figure out how to get to somewhere else, right?
Mhm.
Can you figure out what the coordinates like? Can you do an astrogation check to figure out how to get back exactly to the spot that we would be at?
You mean if you wanted to jump right back to the asteroid base?
Yeah, no. If we wanted to jump right back to here, if we wanted to port straight into here and start firing.
I mean, you're way out of weapons range.
Yes, but let's say we're moving, we port straight back in, we fire, we port straight out.
Oh, you can try that. That's a really tricky maneuver.
Captain's an excellent pilot.
I mean, you almost said that with a straight face. So,
I didn't say he was a good leader. I said he was a good pilot.
he's a very good pilot. So your basic plan is I want to come in, shoot up the gas platform, and then jump back out.
Yeah, like our goal is not to fight or destroy. Our goal is just to take out the platform and leave. Literally, just fuck her and go.
Since you rolled 4 advantages, I'm going to go ahead and just give you this on your sensor check. The shields now extend over the platform. So, unless you have something that is going to bypass or take down the shield generator around the station, you're not just going to be able to pull the trigger and blow up the gas canisters.
But if we land on it and get out,
Yeah,
then we have a chance of blowing it up because we could use somebody that can detonate bombs and shit.
So
So what goes through a shield?
well, that's an interesting question because it depends on what kind of shield they use.
Uh-huh.
The shields used on space stations like this are kind of like that shield wall that you see in Rogue One that the fighters fly into like it's a brick wall.
Yep.
That's the kind of shield you would normally have on a space station.
All right. So nothing goes through them unless it has some kind of information.
Not nothing.
Or it should have a gate of some
yeah,
kind.
There's very, very, very specific things like diamond boron missiles will pass right through shields. There's specific weapons that are designed to do it. Heavy ion cannons will bring shields down really quickly.
So we'd have to go in, hit it with an ion cannon, and then shoot it with a missile. Or we get one of you said diamond bore missiles.
They're incredibly rare.
That's what I figured you'd say.
Yeah, it's a possibility to do just because you have Randall as a party member. Like, you could conceivably go to him and be like, we need something to bring that shield down. And because of his very, very particular way he's built his character, he can probably put something together given enough time. Also, actually, this is a great opportunity for Randall to show some skill. Hey, Randall, go ahead and roll me you use mechanics for your explosives, right? Roll me a 1 red, 1 purple mechanics check. Okay. You got it done. So Randall says, you know what would be really good for bringing that station down? Not just the shields, but the whole station would be a Yiterbim enhanced baridium warhead. And you know who we know that has those materials?
Repnus. Right? Repnus?
That is correct.
All right.
Wow, you're a good guesser.
Captain, we should leave now.
Okay. So we've done. Can we do a backwards compatibility astrogation check so that we can come right back here in the future?
That's what he was asking earlier, and yes, you absolutely can.
Okay.
Also, who wants to? Because you're listening on passive sensors and you've rolled a whole bunch of advantage, so I'm going to give you one more check to pick up on some stuff. If you want to roll either a perception or a computers check.
No, Matt,
Me?
you haven't rolled anything. Why don't you roll it?
Yeah. I was saving myself in case we had to pilot our shit out of here. But
That just means you're intently staring at sensors and space, and that's why you're noticing this.
Yep, your
that's true.
that would be a perception check, which he's good at.
No, I'm not.
Really?
It's 2 greens. My computers is 3 greens.
Really? Your perception is 2 greens. It really is. Okay.
Mine's like
Wow.
5 green.
I have a better
Yes.
perception than you.
How about the Jawas looking
Can we
out
let
the
the
window?
Jawa do it since he's assisting me and kind of watching?
Did you ask? You were
Yeah, I'll
the
ask.
only person who
No,
could
I
talk to
wouldn't.
him.
I wouldn't have asked him that because you didn't describe it as something we would decide to do. You described it as something we could do.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I could ask him to check my math.
Yeah, I mean, it's still something that could occur to you to ask him to do. He's already trying to roll it, so let's let him do it.
What am I rolling against?
Let's just make it 1 red, just like the other one. Although it's perception, so I don't know how you would despair on a perception.
My eyes!
Although you can do things, that's an amazing roll. How would you like to spend your 5 advantage? You don't see the thing I was going to have you see.
I have no clue.
Damn, bro.
It happens.
How about, because that is a fuck ton of advantage, you don't see all the things that I wanted you to see, but while you're messing with the console, it gets the other guys who don't understand anything you're saying to be nervous enough to come back and quote-unquote check your work, and you may pass 2 boosts on to whoever wants to try the perception roll after you.
Can I do it?
Yep.
Hey, does that Jawa have sticky fingers? And he's
Oh.
sitting there touching that stuff?
Ooh. Ooh.
No, the
Ouch.
Jawa brings up a valid point, and I think Wes just saw it.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what I'm going to do here. Let me see if I can describe this right. So I know that Ghost will know exactly what I'm talking about, but when you first initialize certain types of connections, like, an old school Bluetooth connections, the very first time it passes a key. And that's basically what you just caught on your passive sensors. The security codes for this facility changed, and it passed its shield frequency and encryption keys during its first transmission. And you caught it.
Oh, no. They forgot to take us off their list.
Wow. Okay.
Worst.
They're-
You know what,
they're
Captain?
only
Take
good-
it back.
only- They're only good for 24 hours.
There are worse leaders than you, Captain.
Ouch.
Good
pain.
news. Good news.
I'm going to let you guys talk about that for a second. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
So we have 24 hours to make use of this. We need a bomb. Actually,
We have a bomb. It's in his quarters.
we have to get it there, though. We have to get it literally into that space. I don't think we can dock with the.
Yeah, we can. We got a ship that'll dock with anything. You just drive it into the side of it.
Oh.
Yep.
Do have a decent amount of debt charge and.
Will it go
plenty
through
of,
the shield?
No,
We-
he just said we have the key to the shield.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a code.
We
Can
need
we
to.
verify that's what he meant? Because that seems too easy.
I mean, there was a triumph in that roll.
I hear you. I hear you. I just have. I don't have any faith.
When Bluetooth pairs for the first time, there's a single code that you can use to unlock it.
Yep.
We have that.
That's that link key, man. Silly Bluetooth.
Oh man. Yep.
I have a couple grenades, some det charge, some det tape.
You also have a tub of death.
Tub of Death. That's accurate.
Yes.
So,
That,
out of
that-
context here, if Dave's really concerned about the shield being, or the codes being what we think they are, why don't we send something ahead of time that's small enough not to trigger any sensors that can at least activate the code and get through it?
So Payne's going to jump out the airlock and transmit the code. Sorry, I just came back and that's what I caught.
So the codes we found deactivate the shield.
They don't deactivate.
Uh-huh.
So, but you can program say a blaster cannon to shoot through them like they're not even there.
Okay,
like,
that's okay.
So it's the frequency that it works at. So you can basically do the sympathetic frequency to that will pass through it like it's not even there.
We can do that. Wait, we could do that right now.
You could do
And
that.
we have guns, and we have guns on this ship.
You do.
And shooting that platform would literally, like, what's the can Randall tell us the best spot to shoot it that's most likely to cause it to blow up? I know it's Tabana gas, so there's a lot of likely spots, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so the main problem with that plan is that the explosion this thing's going to go up in is going to encompass where the ship would have to be to shoot it. I'm not saying it's
and
impossible
we don't have
to
missiles,
do.
right?
You don't have missiles, no. It is something you could do, but you're going to have to think about it a little bit.
Pew pew jump.
That's a possibility. That's going to have to be like, if someone fails a check during that, that's going to be bad.
What if we increased our shields, like to the front?
The explosion here is going to be, if you could tempt these other ships to get close enough to it, this is going to wipe out capital ships. Like, this would destroy a Star Destroyer if you could get it close enough. That's how big the explosion's going to be.
Oh. Excited by the possibility of this, but
Randall's like, let's do it. Let's do it right now.
yeah.
Okay. Question: would it be better to do it that way, or would it be better to do a you fly straight at it, right as you get to it, you flip around, right before you go out of range, you fire, and then port. That way, you're at the maximum distance of getting out of there, and the best odds of not blowing up.
There's a whole range band you'd have to move through in difference. So your weapons, I'm relatively certain, are all close range. Let me find the Lambda card. It's around here somewhere.
Does one of the other ships that you guys have longer range weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah, we may just have to come back.
The problem is getting it close enough. So the Proto Shadow has more than long range of weapons to do it, but as soon as the Proto Shadow jumps in, there's no hiding it. It's conspicuous. It's a wanted ship. Even if they flip their, because they have a fake transponder, if they flip that, they're going to get challenged.
Can we retrofit whatever weapon it is from the Proto to the Lambda?
No, the Lambda's the size of the cannon they'd have to use.
Where's the Lambda card?
Sorry, I was looking for that.
I got this. It's a brilliant idea. We take Payne, we put him on the cannon, we tow the cannon behind the shuttle, we rig some power source to it, basically allow him to shoot it from outside the ship.
I mean, we have the Drock too.
You also have that. Yes, that's true. You also have access codes that would allow you to dock.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But none of us look like stormtroopers.
I have a stormtrooper outfit.
But you left it on the Proto Shadow, unless you want to flip a Destiny token and say you have it.
Oof.
One of us now looks like a stormtrooper. Everyone else is a butt fucking alien.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
There's no
Don't worry, stormtroopers love Java.
one loves Jawas.
The pheromones really
Yeah.
don't bother them with the helmets on.
What was the last picture that Waz took? And does he still have that?
No, I had to drop that. I'm wearing a fire suit.
All right, question: can Randall one time do something to superpower one of the blasters so we can have long range?
If you want to risk it. It's not gonna have long range, but it'll have a long enough range to do what you want to do earlier. We just sit at the very edge and try it. Also, stick the microphone back in your mouth so we can hear you.
Sorry.
I still think we should take the bomb and land with the drock ship. Use the drock ship to get there. We can use the key codes and just dock with it, right?
I think you misunderstand what the key code does for you. The key code's going to work great if you're the Lambda shuttle. If you're anything else, you're going to broadcast the key code, and they're going to be like, "Yeah, but you're not one of us. You're not going to magically look like an Imperial in any ship but the Lambda."
That's true. And the Lambda's got the jump capabilities, so.
Yes, the Lambda's got the jump capabilities. The Drock does not have a hyperdrive. I don't think the Leapfrog has a hyperdrive. The Proto Shadow obviously does.
Yeah.
You've got that Corvette all lined up at your base that you're about to give the Rebels.
It can shoot a torpedo too.
Wait. How many ships are here?
4.
4. Would it be feasible to take the Lambda, create a basically split the party in two? Have the Lambda create a diversion to draw the 4 ships at least away, and bring in the Proto Shadow to shoot the thing. Obviously, the Lambda we could jump out once we're far enough away.
None of that is a good idea. Splitting party's bad. Splitting party and doing space combat is worse. Space combat kills us.
It actually is a really solid military tactic.
Yes, military tactic solid. Based on our ability to get that done, we're all dead.
Yeah, I think we should just dock with the gas platform.
In the Lambda.
Yeah. Randall said he has a detonite charge just casually on him.
Can we dock with the Lambda, with the platform itself, with the gas platform?
Yeah, you have access codes. You can dock.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. So you're going to fly into their sensor range now.
Yes.
Okay. You have good codes. So you initially send your codes. They still query you and say, Lambda shuttle, blah, 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 because I can't remember what number I gave this thing. Please transmit your clearance authorization, destination, cargo, intent, etc.
All right. Hey, Payne, put together something real quick that says that we're with Jera, and we're just here to do a...
We need to pick up some Tabana gas to refuel the bigger ship later.
There you go.
Okay,
Refuel.
So if you're going to verbally do it, it's a deception check for whoever does it. If you're going to try to forge it, it's a computer's check.
All right, well, then I'll forge it.
Okay.
Well,
Or do you want me
Unless
to
Payne wants to translate for me.
I was about to say, if only the Jawa could do the deception check.
Yeah. So the Jawa will say something that reminds me that he can do that, and I will repeat him word for word in my most monotone voice I can do.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to let Ranather make the check. I am going to upgrade it twice for difficulty. So it was going to be a 1 red and 2 purples. This is going to make it a 3 red. Are you sure you're willing to do this?
You can just let me do a computer's check.
What's your computer's check?
I'm trying not to metagame too much, but it's the exact same as your deception.
I just want to point out that your method of doing it will totally work, but it is going to make it harder, and I'm not positive it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
So it's actually 3 reds because I upgraded it twice. So
yeah, but if he's doing it as a computer check, it shouldn't need to be upgraded, right?
Oh yeah, actually the forgery is a. Oh no, yeah, it's still 1 red, 2 purple because it's adversary 1. Yeah.
So we should spend a light side point to drop that red.
Yeah.
Well, why don't
Oh.
you explain, since Ranathar's new, why that is a better choice? Because we didn't go over that last night.
So Reds have these things on them called despairs, which are the opposite of triumphs, and inevitably are significantly worse.
Yeah.
So getting rid of them is good.
I don't know.
Go for it, Randall.
I thought your triumph earlier was pretty good.
If the triumph earlier was amazing, the despair now would make it like it didn't exist.
Yeah. And apparently my dogs are not happy either.
Is that really what happened, or are you just ashamed?
Both. But you may hear my dogs in the background that
That's
were
fine.
asleep, and then they just needed.
You know what? If Ranathar and I were helping, there would be a boost die in there. 2 boost dice, right?
Only one person can offer the boost dice assist. You can do a combined check. One person can do a boost.
Oh, 1 boost. Let's roll 1 boost and see if he gets his little 1 success that he needs to fucking pass this piece of shit.
I will give it to you. So we're gonna hit. So the way you do this is you click to add the boost, and then you right click the dice, click roll. So you only roll that 1 dice, and then you click read, and that's your new thing. So narratively, Randall, you just passed it because it's over here. I already did it. I walked through how to do it.
Yeah.
So here's what happens. You're gonna have to narratively tell me how you fucked it up royally, but then somehow brought it back.
That would be Ranathar and I looking over his shoulder and going, "That is not how you spell Jera."
That's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. I was gonna go with I had the caps lock on, and someone realized I had caps lock on.
Why is he yelling? All right. You receive permission to dock on the gas platform for refueling purposes.
All right, I'm going to cruise in there nice and smooth.
Just fly casual.
Just fly casual.
All right. So the way the gas platform works is there are several docking arms that stick out of the sides, and basically you dock on one of them and automated pipes come up to the ship, and they do actually start refueling the shuttle. So Tabana gas is not usually used as a starship fuel, so it's going to try to refill like your cannons and shit. But that's a minor technical detail. What are you guys going to do? Because there are guards milling about the different platforms. They're not paying any particular attention to your ship, but they are there.
How big a bomb would we need to? We're already close to the refueling port, right?
Yeah, you're on the platform.
So, yeah. So how big a bomb would we have to set, and where would we have to set it? Can Randall figure that out real quick?
Sure.
And
Right.
And can we slow
Randall.
down the refueling process somehow?
Hey, Randall, just as a theory, is this fueling station, it's got some pump systems, right? And it moves large amounts of liquid. I'm not saying we should use exactly the flame projector that Waz has, but if you took that flame projector and put it in, like, the return line with maybe a delayed spark, would we be able to get out of here with like an explosion behind us, make it look really cool as we fly away, and we won't look back because we don't look back at explosions?
That seems like a possibility.
I feel like Randall would say that to you while he's holding this detonite charge in his hand, which is like the perfect tool for the job. And look down at it, look up and be like, I mean, I guess we could.
We could do that, or I can do what I want and say that I did that.
You do you, man.
Mr. Randall, in these situations, what I usually do is go, "That is an excellent idea, Captain," and then I do something totally different.
Yeah, that's true.
It keeps his self-esteem high. You want a captain with high self-esteem.
Yeah, that's true.
It keeps his self-esteem high. You want a captain with high self-esteem. 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 You want
I'm just gonna go back to flying the ship. Somebody else can be captain.
Sure.
Welcome to choosing to be a boss in a world where we all hate our bosses.
Oops. All right. So narratively, is there a way to put the debt charge on whatever hose that came over to us?
To put it on the hose?
Or
You-
not
I mean, you're
Not
gonna if you want to set that detonate charge, you're gonna have to get out of the ship, no matter what.
Time to put a uniform on.
Yep. Did we say that we had a uniform on board?
You can flip a destiny token for Dex to have his stormtrooper gear.
Yeah, or we could just sneak over there. I mean, they're not paying attention. They think the thing is just here.
Yeah, we could have so Waz can sneak. Dex could put a uniform on.
Someone's gonna have to escort Randall to the point at which the explosive needs to be made because this is a precision explosion.
All right.
Okay, so it's not one that I could tell
Yeah.
Waz how to set up.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Unless you want to go really, really far from the ship, this isn't a just chuck it over there somewhere kind of solution. If you want to detonate the pipeline bypassing, because I have to imagine that like gas pumps at fuel stations, there's a safety. So that if you start exploding the end of the line, it's going to cut off before it gets to the main tanks. So you need to bypass that.
Okay.
And you would know exactly how to do that.
Yes. And the stormtrooper gear is probably not going to fit me.
No. You can't get your head in one of those helmets.
Damn it.
We're also making the assumption that the space station is built to code.
Yes, we are. Well, actually, the platform would definitely be because the platform came from Bespin. So they kind of stole the platform from the Republic. And by they, I mean this actual party that now works for the Republic.
So, how big is this platform?
It's massive.
How did you guys get it here?
We welded a ship to it and flew it here.
Okay, so is that ship still welded to it?
Probably not. It's a good question though.
Also, that hyperdrive exploded as soon as we used it once.
Also
Oh.
true.
I was gonna see if it was worthwhile to steal it back, because that would be hilarious.
Yeah. That hyperdrive's definitely dead.
How long did it take you to weld it to it?
The Hut Corvette one is. Could we trade a Hut Corvette for a Tabana gas platform? It's probably better for the rebellion.
Bring the Proto Shadow and real close and try to rip it off with our gravity generator.
Get tractor beam.
Oh, just come in and fucking yank on it.
I mean, honestly, if we were gonna do that, I think it'd be better to push it into the rest of the just push it in and fly away and watch it, slowly.
Well, how many? So, looking at this, it's a gas platform. So, obviously, there's different containers that are on it. If you could jimmy one of them off enough to destroy the base itself, but still save the gas to be reused elsewhere, it's complicating the whole thing. But
Yeah. How close to those? How close to one of those balloons are we? Where are we parked on this thing?
So, I don't have my old gas platform map anymore, unfortunately, so I can't pull that up. That would have been really convenient for this, though. Actually,
feel like-
that might be a lie. Hold on, let me see if I have that old map. Let's back this map up. I think it was in the old set, but it might not be.
Isn't size-wise we are,
Best.
based on that old map, we were a lot bigger than we should have been size-wise, correct?
Oh yeah.
So that's about scale, roughly. And you would be on a platform that's actually out here to the side because they would have tacked on refueling platforms on the outside.
Okay, and to actually get the chain reaction, it would be closer to the tanks.
Yeah, you want to get on one of the tanks. Once you set one of those tanks off, though, it's game on. Like, it'll be more or less instant.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking maybe have Wes try to go somewhere, distract some people while I go and set the charge, and then we all magically get back to the ship and get the fuck out of there.
Is there any way to detach any of those tanks?
I don't think you can detach them without blowing something up by accident.
Even if you could, the Lambda Shuttle's not going to be able to haul it.
Yeah, it's bigger than the Lambda Shuttle. We had strapped a really big ship to it, and even then, the hyperdrive blew up as soon as we used it.
We also hand-waved a lot of Star Wars physics, and they were already kind of sketchy. They really wanted to do it, and they had a good plan, and I let them do it because rule of cool.
Okay, so any ideas of trying to save the platform and only destroy the base probably off the table here?
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer. At least we kind of brainstormed it to see if we could do it, but let's go ahead and just blow it up then.
So, ding! Fuel's done. You're refueled.
Alright, I'm going to put the suit on. I'm going to flip a Destiny token. Randall, you're with me.
All right.
All right, we're just going to use this map. I'm going to make a couple of quick modifications to it so it's more usable.
All right. Give me a couple seconds to let my dog outside. She's
Take your time.
not at all happy.
I'm going to change a few things.
Okay.
On the fly map making.
Were you not expecting this?
I wasn't expecting the way you're doing it. And often, no, I can't anticipate what this party is going to do ever. It's not a good idea. It only leads to stress and heartache.
True that.
Especially when they have one of their good ideas, like it's actually a good idea. Because then it's really hard for me to just say, no, that's ridiculous, because it's actually a good idea.
That's pretty rare, though.
So while you're building this map, obviously a lot of ships have droid pilots or droid controls of some kind, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How does coercion work on a droid?
You're a Jawa. I feel like you get an automatic boost just for being there. Like, I feel like you show up and a droid's like, oh my god, no!
No, I mean, if just spitballing this here while you're building a map, just for your platform fell.
Oh shit. Okay, I unlocked the wrong one. I'll fix it in a second.
Anyway, so just spitballing while you're building a thing. If we had approached this with the whole thing of instead of us zooming in and doing this, if we had, I don't know, if hacked or just communicated to one of the other ships that's nearby, basically used a coercion check on a droid that's on that ship to essentially hijack the ship to have it fly and shoot.
Coercion probably wouldn't have been the check I'd have given you. It probably would have been a computer's check. I mean, you can coerce a droid up to a certain point, but shooting is beyond their protocol. So you'd have to, like, most droids are programmed not to harm anyone under any circumstances unless they're a combat droid. So you'd had to, like, modify their base programming.
Would he be able to do that to a ship AI?
There's no such thing in the Star Wars
Okay,
universe.
good deal. Getting my Halo confused.
Yeah, you're thinking Cortana. It's not.
Right.
That's not what we have here.
I thought we had a droid go into a ship one time.
We had a ship AI.
Yeah.
You did
Alright.
not. You never had any Cortana-like ship AI.
No, not like that. But it
no,
was
we
a
had
droid
we
brain.
had a droid. We had
Yeah.
a droid that uploaded himself into a ship. That was
Yeah.
not a ship AI. That was
Yeah, you can have droid astrogation brains, which is what that started out as. You can have droid gunnery things, but they are not like Cortana was the ship. She was in control of the ship. The ship was an extension of her body. Those droids are very simple programs that do very specific tasks, and they're not communicated to like the central thing. Dakota's case was very special because it was a droid that attained sentience and decided that it was going to take over the ship. It's a very different scenario.
Alright, I finally made it back.
Yay! That's enough platforms for now. There's another ship docked over here. Let me pull this model here.
What kind of ship? Is it worth stealing?
To a Jawa,
Oh.
every ship is worth stealing.
All ships are worth stealing. We're kind of like pirates here.
You are.
You kind of are, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So, should I coerce David's character into helping me steal that ship? Dave's
I
like,
don't think
no.
you'll have to roll for it.
That's
Oh,
probably true.
wait. What ship are we trying to?
Although sometimes, even if something makes tactical sense, if you try to force him to do it, he gets all butthurt and doesn't want you to do it.
There's a ship on the south end, and I asked if it was worth stealing, and they said anything to a job was worth stealing.
Neither of us can pilot for shit. That's probably a bad idea.
Just point in a direction and go, right?
No, that's not how piloting works. If you've not watched these people fly the ship, some of them are fucking terrible at it.
Just point the ship and go. Just clear the explosion. That's all we got to do.
He just had me watch Rogue One, which means he probably just watched it. So he's thinking that, you can just take a hammerhead and shear the top of a Star Destroyer off, and that's just a thing that happens.
No. I'm just saying, there's only like 12 pedals. I just have to step on the right one.
You can't see over the dashboard.
I don't need to see over the dashboard. It's space. I'm not hitting trees.
Funny story. Not that long ago.
Yep. Or landing in a volcano.
Not that long ago, the captain got drunk and managed to top a bunch of trees with his shuttle.
We did good. It was a fun time. There's some drinking involved.
I might have been flying that ship. You might have thought you were flying from the passenger seat.
That's what happened.
All right, Randall and Dex, you are out on the platform.
How long you need to set that bomb, buddy?
I think it's a couple minutes. I'm not 100% sure what the actual time is.
So with the detonite charge, you can set the timer to be any amount of time you want. I think he wants to know how long you need to actually set it.
Yes. And that's also one where I guess I was doing a bad job of asking you how long actually would it take.
Oh, okay. Do you want to blow up? How do you want to do it? You want to put it on the actual tank?
Yes.
Okay, that's the easiest one to do. So a couple
Yeah,
minutes is probably incredibly accurate.
Yeah. I want the easiest one to make sure that this whole thing blows to smithereens.
It's also the farthest walk away from where you're at, though. But you guys can do it. So you guys are going to walk out onto the platform?
Yep.
Okay.
Just tell him you wanted a smoke break.
I don't think they'll take that.
I mean, you are. As soon as you start walking across, he's going to come up and be like, hey, there's no access. And what the hell? He's going to, because, Randall's a Mon cow. What the hell's this?
This is us trying to get parts out of the supply room.
Not here, you're not.
Yeah, we got codes. We're here. We're here to get.
That's not what you do
get
here.
parts.
You're not supposed to come off of the refueling platforms onto this platform. If you need parts, you need to go dock with the main fleet station.
Oh, I got you. So, can I just throw him off the platform?
Sure. Give me a 2 purple brawl check.
All right. This isn't gonna go well. I should have shot him.
I mean, it's worth noting that you are on a retractable platform. Like what you're standing on right now is a retractable platform, and there's only a magnetic field between you and the darkness of space.
And I can throw him through it, right?
You can. That works 2 ways.
Is there anybody that's within sight?
Doesn't matter, because this guy managed to resist being thrown off the platform. Randall, I'm going to give you a surprise round as well. This, Dex just grabbed this guy by the collar, and he went to, yank him off to throw him through the magnetic field. And he basically just did that thing where he did not have anywhere close to enough strength. It just kind of, tugs fruitlessly at the guy, who is now you're not a stormtrooper. And
Can I pass my advantage to Randall?
Sure can. And he's reaching for his gun, Randall. What are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot him with my multi-goo gun and just try to ensnare him, have him stuck there.
What cartridge? Okay, so you're using adhesive. Okay.
Yeah, the adhesive.
Okay. Pull the trigger. So it is so you're behind Dex. So I'm going to say it's a 1 purple check because you're at short range.
All right.
It's 1 purple, 1 black because Dex is going to technically be body blocking for this guy.
All right. Haven't hit anybody yet with this goo gun. Hey, I finally hit something.
All right. Does it have base damage? It's 5, right?
Yeah, the good one is 5.
Okay,
Right?
so 5 damage. He soaks all of that. Plus your 1 success, which he takes that damage. And he is ensnared. It's ensnare 3, right?
It's up to ensnare 4, actually.
Awesome. Ensnare 4. Alrighty, so he is locked in place. He is going to get his turn, but he's been adhesived. So we're just going to roll real quick. I'll just make it reds because they're more convenient. So he failed, but he triumphed. Alright, so here's how this is going to go down. He does not get himself free. He is thoroughly stuck to this part of the platform. But he starts screaming at the top of his lungs into his comm link that there are intruders on the platform. And you can't see them yet, but you hear troopers coming around the platform side.
So at this point, I'd assume that the Jawa and me and Waz have realized that their stealth mission went exactly as I expected it would, and it's go time.
You guys are watching out the Lambda shuttle window.
Yeah.
You guys can put yourselves on the actual platform.
Yeah. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so is there the structures that hold this together? Do they have weak points?
Absolutely.
Because technically, we wouldn't have to blow it up. We could break its orbit.
It's not an orbit, it's deep space station. Did you mean separate it from the station?
Or no gravity in space. It doesn't move at all. There's no
Nope, it's
no gravity at all.
completely stationary.
I was thinking if we broke a structure, something would happen. But if there's no weight on it, then there's no.
Yeah. It's because I moved to the Bespin map, so now you're thinking of it like it's in orbit again over Bespin, but it's not. It's deep space.
Right.
We're just using this map.
So
We might need some help out here, though.
Yeah. So the other option that involves not going nearly as far from here to blow everything up.
Is a much more complicated, especially in combat, mechanics check. However, you've already taken your turn for this, so...
Yes, I do acknowledge that. I was thinking for future reference because I'm seeing lots of characters out
roll
there.
Initiative.
We do. We're going to roll vigilance.
Right.
How many groups? Oh, shit. Drop the dice. It's bad luck. How many groups of stormtroopers do we have here? 3? Looks like 3. Might be 4. It's 4. Did anyone roll less than a 1-0?
I did. I got a 0-1.
All right, well, Dex is going last.
I've not rolled yet. I'm assuming it's just the 2 green for initiative, right?
So it's
No.
whatever your vigilance is. So
It should be 5 greens.
Nice.
Or
Only
3 greens willpower.
Only 3.
3.
only 3 grades. That's still really freaking good. All right, so yes, that turn order is correct. Okay, Waz, you're first up. Unless you want to surrender this spot to someone else.
Oh no, we're all here. I hear this guy screaming, and I hear people are coming. I also see him stuck in goo. I'd like to walk up to him and just snap his neck.
Okay, so you're going to take 2 strain to burn 2 maneuvers to get to an engage range. And since this guy is stuck by adhesive, I'm going to make it an unopposed check. But you still have to do the damage to kill him to snap his neck.
Four, 7, 8.
You need 1 more hit point.
His neck hurts real bad.
His neck hurts real bad. Okay, alrighty. Who's up next? After that is Ranither. Ranither, you're a Jawa who's grown up in space. This platform is very fragile. There's these pipes up at each end that have this magnetic sheath that is holding the thing in place, and the bridge that holds this platform, the Lambda, on is retractable. This is a very, very precarious, everyone could just be suffocated if that field goes down kind of situation.
Like, everyone get back in the ship and let's shoot it? Or...
And I just wanted to make you aware, because your background growing up on ships, you'd be very acutely aware of how delicate that flimsy blue glow between you and vacuum is right now, because none of you are in spacesuits. Actually, I think Waz is in an airtight suit.
Yeah, I'm okay.
And Payne's a droid.
I mean, space is considered a desert, right? So Jawa are perfectly fine in it. No, okay. Well, I realize shouting at Payne in the middle of combat is probably useless to tell people to get back on the ship, and yeah. Is the stormtrooper in front of us, is he short range for me, or is he medium?
He's medium range from where you're at, plus he's behind an ally, so it'll be a setback. you can go all the way back to like these guys for long range.
Okay, so
Determined to spill these dice.
I missed what happened to him last round. I know it was, Jeremy was reaching out to snap his neck, but
He was reaching out to snap his neck, and his neck hurts a lot, but he's still alive.
he's still alive. Okay. And looks like none of the others are close by at the moment.
They're not. However, the reason I pointed out that they were at long range is because your voice amp lets you use your scathing tirade out to long range. Like, you don't even have visual on those guys yet, but they could still hear you because you can hear them coming.
So I'm debating on whether scathing tirade or incite rebellion.
Ooh, those are both good.
How many would be in range of the incite rebellion?
Including the guy who just almost got his neck snapped?
Yeah.
6.
Worth a shot. Or last night you were saying there was a increased difficulty due to adversary?
Yes, but none of these guys are adversaries.
Okay, so it would just be the 3 purple.
Yep, these guys are minions.
Alright.
Just with the Imperial Chiropractor, we're here to do some chiropractic. Isn't that nice?
God damn it.
Fix your neck.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and incite rebellion real quick.
Okay. Real quick, which is, just casual rebellion insight, of which the fact that he doesn't speak the same language as them is not a barrier because reasons.
Exactly. What is it? It's off of coercion, right? Yep, coercion.
Yep, it's
check.
a coercion check. That is correct. I feel like he just plays the speech from Independence Day over because he can't speak to them, so he just plays like holovids.
Okay. Are you gonna throw any black at me that I could remove or no?
No. If I did, you just remove it. So.
Yeah. And then
Downgrading the difficulty in this case would be taking away a purple.
yeah, I think I'm gonna take the. I think I'm gonna take the 1 strain for that.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll take away the 1 purple. These right here, the 2, 2, 1. That was from last night, wasn't it?
Yep, you just clear all those. Remember, you tick up for these. So as you take hits and everything, you tick them up.
Okay.
All right. That was so close to a fail, even though it's such a well stacked check for you. But you got 3 blanks. All right. So one of them buys the Independence Day speech. Let me roll to see.
Hopefully it's not neck snapping, dude.
Well, that's what I'm rolling to see, is if it's neck snapping, dude. Because I really want to do that, but it wouldn't be fair. It's not. So, this fleet trooper was like, God, fuck these guys. I am so fed up with everybody's shit here. And he just starts going postal. And he's going to start shooting at that stormtrooper. And they're going to just start having a fight. And you can't even really see them properly. They're still in the facility. He just snapped.
His Insight Rebellion says it's the number of ranks of coercion, which would be 2. It's not.
It says up to means per number of successes up to that rank. It does not say equal to. It says up to. Those are distinctly different things by these rules. Just like upgrade and adding difficulty are different, distinct things.
Scathing Tirade says up to. Insight Rebellion says cause a number of beings. Nope, I see it now. I can stop talking. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did go over all of these abilities last night, Jeremy. Well, we kind of
Yeah,
mapped it out.
I wasn't
And then-
here. I'm
Those of
sorry.
us that showed up for it know this.
And then I can't take a maneuver afterwards unless I take strain, correct?
No, you have to roll to advantage to take a maneuver
Gotcha,
afterwards.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Never mind.
taking 2 strain is to take 2 maneuvers in a turn with an action.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alrighty, so Randall.
All right. So if I were to do a slightly trickier explosion setup from here, how long is that supposed to take?
So you would need to get to the actual fuel pump. You'd need to set it up, and they would need to not shut off the pipe. So mechanically, in your brain, now that you guys have started an open fight, you know that the very first thing they're probably going to do is shut this line off.
Okay.
You have highly limited number of options, but you are also in space. What kind of armor are you wearing?
I am wearing a set of fireproof coveralls.
That is not going to get the job done. I was going to say, if you're in something sealable, you could just jump out to one of the cabana gas containers and set the bomb.
No. No, I like to wear coveralls and look like a mechanic at all times.
You could try to set it on the line, but you know it's quite possible that it will fail to detonate the platform.
How
Okay.
difficult is it for him to walk me through how to set it?
Increase twice in difficulty.
And when you say lines, is it these two here that actually have the lines on them? Or is that... Am I looking too much into this?
You are looking way too much into this.
Okay. Alright, I would like to... So these people over here are the ones that are starting to turn on each other?
Yep, but you can't see them because it's
a lot bigger.
Yeah, it's an abstract. It's not an actual dedicated map. So there are round corners. You can't see them.
Okay, last. I was going to try to shoot as much oil on the ground over here to try to get people to slip and fall and just make as much chaos as possible over here.
Yeah, you can't even reach that. That's way outside of the range of your gun.
Okay.
I think you're overthinking this far too much.
Yep, I'm going to get a little bit closer, as close as I can, to attempt to start setting the trap.
Okay.
And hope that everybody else... Or start setting the bomb. Hope that everybody else can provide some amount of cover for me.
Okay. There's no technical attack of opportunity rules in Edge of the Empire. However, you realize you're running through the spaces of enemies to do this.
Yes.
Okay. As in, you will probably get shot in the back on the very next turn.
Alright, I guess I will hold... I will stand fast. I will get to a point to...
Okay.
I'm standing by, trying to let some chaos happen in front of me.
Okie dokie. Pain?
Oh yeah, I'm going to run out and try to run interference for Randall so he can set the bomb. How far can I get?
Do you care about this guy or the two guys who are shooting at each other?
Nope.
Okay.
Need to set bomb. Need to go.
Okay. I'll let you get all the way out to Randall. And you can, now that you're out there, so it would have been better if you guys had taken your turn in reverse order, because I would have let you do that in conjunction.
Yep. I thought about saying that, but yeah.
We can retcon it if you want. You can move both of you all the way out to this point out here, where you would be planting the bomb. Ghost is trying to plant one on the ceiling. It actually looks really good. So you just move Randall with you, because he's just tucked in behind you while you bulldoze.
Yep.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right, baddies' turns.
I keep him tucked, so they're gonna have a real hard time getting a shot on him. Or I try.
Well, those of them that are going to actually shoot at them. So first up is Fleet Trooper guy whose neck hurts really badly. And he has pulled his pistol and is going to try to shoot Dex because that is his immediate target. He is going to hit Dex for 10 damage. Is 3 a critical is the next question. Come on, thing, move.
Pistol.
It is. A blaster rifle criticals on 3. So it's a critical with 10 damage on Dex.
Good thing I healed your critical last time.
Yep, thanks.
Next up are the two that are shooting at each other.
Was it a 12?
Yeah, it's 10. Okay, so the stormtrooper just basically gut shots and kills the technician who's going postal. He's dead as a doornail. He has, however, now used his turn. Okay. This baddie group has to move within range, so they end up right down the corridor, and they are now within range of where Pain is, but they can't do anything else this turn. And this group is going to regroup and start running towards the platform, and they get within about short range, but they can't do anything else this turn. And that brings us to Dex.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot this guy now.
Okay, that makes sense. He just stuck a rifle in your stomach and pulled the trigger. I would be mad too.
Yep, fucking bastard. What's the difficulty to hit him?
Your engaged range using a light range weapon. So, light range versus melee is 3 purples. No, wait, sorry, he's not melee. You're just in that range.
Yes. And he also ensnared.
Just upgrade the difficulty.
We have comms with each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain, you should, as you shoot this guy, you should tell all the other stormtroopers that the technicians are actually spies, and because one of them just got shot in front of me, so this might work, and at the very least might cause confusion, and then kill him.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's 2 purples to shoot him.
Yep. It says upgrade. It says upgrades. It's actually 1 red, but that's fine. 2 purples is actually worse for you. Actually, because you failed it, you could re-roll it if you want. It's supposed to be 1 red because it's just upgrade, not increase.
So as I pull the trigger, I'm gonna say, "You goddamn rebel spies," and hit him for what is it, 11?
Go ahead and roll a deception check. 2.
You will need to work on your acting skills, Captain.
Yeah,
You are abysmal.
I'm not a very good actor.
You kill the shit out of this guy.
Nice.
You hear the sounds of clicking metal beneath your feet as the pipeline that goes out to your ship is shut down. You also hear a alert in your ear. It's coming from the actual pylons around the platform that says decompression in 30 seconds.
Oh, that's not good. So yeah, I'm gonna call to the stormtroopers again, and I'll be like, "See the technicians? They're trying to fuck us. They're trying to kill us all. They're gonna kill us all."
2 purple deception.
Oh yeah, I need purple.
2,
All right, let me try to roll this. Two. That makes more sense.
Use a light
All right.
side point. I was going to say use
Nah,
a light
fuck it.
side point.
I've already rolled it 3 times. Okay, 3 advantage.
Alright, so that doesn't work. Fail-safes are kicking in. The most important person to be thinking about right now is probably going to be Randall, because everyone else who's actually out and away from the ship and can't just dive back into it has a sealable piece of armor. Or is a droid.
I can keep Randall alive.
Oh my god, are you just going to be like stim packing him as he suffocates? I could not think of anything more terrible.
I said I could keep him alive.
I thought that I got off of the platform at least.
This is a valuable teaching lesson, Randall. This is called "Don't go into space without a fucking spacesuit."
So they're going to decompress the whole platform. They're going to kill their own guys. Like, these fleet troopers also don't have sealable suits. They don't give a fuck. They know what you're here to do. They are going to decompress the whole station. like the whole platform, to kill you.
And it's only going to kill one guy.
Yeah.
They don't know that. There is a sealable set of armor, like right there.
Yeah, I'm going to tell Dex or Waz to pull the air get the air tank off of that guy, so that he can breathe in space. I can't help that he's going to freeze to death, but I can keep him breathing.
Well, the stormtrooper is actually still up, and no stormtroopers have went down yet. But that stormtrooper that's right next to you, that just shot the fleet trooper,
so I can pull the breath mask off of him.
Yes. As a matter of fact, you're probably going to want the helmet too.
It won't fit him.
Oh, that's right. It won't. You're going to need the actual breath mask. I completely forgot about that. That suit can't seal around Randall. That's even worse than I thought it was.
He's going to be able to breathe and freeze slowly to death. Hopefully it's slowly, because that's the best we can do. Waz can light him on fire, so that might help.
Can I take my helmet off?
I think what needs to happen is if we're all running back to the ship, Randall needs to go last, and Payne needs to try and carry him as far as he can before Randall's turn.
No, he has to set the bomb. Then we run back to the ship. I'll keep him alive until then.
What about after then?
I'll keep him alive after then, too?
That sounded more like a question.
I will do the best I can do.
Yeah. We have a pretty poor plan to begin with, but that seems to be the... Aside from just getting the hell out of here.
I feel like the whole party is like, Randall, be a hero.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay with him. I'm not really in any danger that he is in. But I'm totally invested in keeping you alive.
Yes.
All right. So it's...
Let me know when I have to roll deception. No, I'm just kidding.
It's top of the round. And to be clear, at a minimum, Dex and Waz, who are right by the speakers telling them that it's about to happen, know that at the end of this round, the platform's going to be depressurized. That doesn't mean you're going to instantly run out of air. It's a big platform. It's going to take a minute for all the air to escape out the vents. Who's going first?
Randall. Set your fucking bomb.
All right. Yes. How far away is the bomb that I need to set?
You're actually right there because of the thing that Payne did last time. You're where you need to be to set it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm setting the bomb.
Okay. Furthermore, it's a 1 red check, so it's not a super difficult check for you.
I'll try it. At least I passed it.
You sure fucking did. So I believe it's 1 point of damage for the bomb for every success after the first one.
So it starts as a 15 and it goes up to 21?
Yep.
Or just 20?
It's also worth noting that that is vehicle level damage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that card. Bomb is set. Who's next?
Bomb is set. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Can I punch the guy? So how many guys with masks are there? There's one, right?
The Stormtrooper's the only guy with the sealable suit and helmet. The Fleet Troopers, they have breath masks on their belts, but they're like tucked away emergency things that are not gonna... They're gonna die if this platform depressurizes. I should say they're gonna die when this platform depressurizes. And
Can I go before you, Dave?
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, so trying to figure out the stormtrooper that obviously he's going to try and steal the breath mask from. Do I have enough line of sight on him to actually see him?
Probably not see, but he'll be able to hear you.
Can I do scathing tirade?
Yeah, you can do scathing. That's the whole point of having that broadcast thing.
Okay, so
I think Scathing Tirade, for every success you get, you can do a person within long range.
Yes. So every success you can either give one to a person or you can give them all to one person.
Yeah.
Every advantage you can give another one to anyone you've given one from your successes.
So what I'm really aiming for is the black dice that'll be thrown at anything that's a check from that guy now.
Mhm.
For the improved Scathing Tirade.
Okay.
So
I didn't even know that part.
it says on all skill checks, so I don't know
It's
what you
that's
include in that.
basically everything.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's 2 purple to hit him, right?
Yep.
Okay, so coercion should be good, right?
I'm not double checking it. I expect at this point you know better than I do.
Yeah. Just making sure 2 purple.
Yes.
Yes, purple.
Okay.
So you can give him 6 strain.
Okay, so taking a Scathing Tirade, each success causes one enemy in short range to suffer 1 strain. Spending, it causes one affected enemy to suffer 1 additional strain. So,
Give him 6.
So if you
so I can give him 6, and then basically everyone else that can hear me just takes 3. No, wait,
No.
never mind. 1 enemy, sorry.
Yeah, you have to spend them like points. So if you spend your 3 successes on him, that's all you get. You can then add the 3 advantages, and you can hit him with 6. You can absolutely do that, but you don't get anybody else. Or you can hit him with less than 3, and then hit someone else with additional stuff from that 3. That's how I interpreted it.
Okay, so with that being said, we'll go ahead and hit him with the standard 3. And then how many other guys do we have on the platform? Just 2 now? Other than the far side.
So hold on.
No, we have
So
4.
he can use the successes to hit 1 or 3.
Or 3.
And then he can use advantages to give another strain to anyone he's given
yeah.
a strain to from the previous one. So he can hit that guy for 6.
Yeah, you can hit that guy for 6, 100%, because you hit the first one for 3 if you give him all the points, and then you give him all 3 advantage, that's 6. So, and that will render him unconscious, by the way.
Oh, well then fuck that, yeah.
Yeah.
hit him with all 6.
But
It's a solid strategy.
yeah. That's why I told you initially that adversaries would be immune to it, because if I put a big bad in front of you and you did that, I'd be like, no, that's bullshit. That's not fun. Sorry.
I thought they were only immune to the Insight Rebellion.
No, they're immune to anything that would render them unconscious or dead in 1 turn, is the way I do the house rule. And I use this for Maul all the time. Like, I don't let you kill a big bad in 1 turn.
Okay, but he's not taking away his ability to use it. You're just giving them more strain.
Yeah, he can totally use it, and he can use it to great effect.
Yeah,
you just can't kill him in 1 turn.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
So-
I hear you.
So all 6 are going to that Stormtrooper, he's being rendered unconscious, got it.
Yep, he's down.
Okay, and that's end of turn. Actually, yeah, that's end of turn because you said we'll have some time after it starts depressurizing. So now, Maul, go rip his fucking mask off.
So the way I have to interpret this, because I just can't imagine how you could have rendered him unconscious with Scathing Tirade, is you say something that hurt his feelings so bad that he just has a mental breakdown and he's just sobbing on the ground crying, and he doesn't resist.
I repeat what he said about him. I just make some shit up, but it's generally about his mother and how the Jawa greatly enjoyed her ability in bed.
Once again, we're completely glossing over the language barrier here.
Yes, we are. Something about the tone of that Jawa's voice hurt my soul. All right, so you're actually going to go do something to that Stormtrooper, or you're going to grab Randall and run like a football Randall?
So if Randall set the bomb already, I'm just going to grab and go.
Okay. I'm going to make it an
Dom is-
athletics check because you're going to be carrying him across this sprint. I'll let you make it back to the ship if you pass, though.
All right.
So
Difficulty.
3 purple. No reds.
Nothing enhances that. All right. Cross your fingers, Randall.
It's really hard. They're webbed. You made it, though.
Make it.
Too bad you didn't roll any threats. I was going to have you, like, bash his head into the stanchion of the ramp or something.
I mean, I'll be honest. If I had failed, I was going to ask if I could push it and just jump across the gap. since there's no gravity,
You can survive for a couple seconds outside the field. You'll be fine.
I'll be fine. And he might make it. Or very worst, we have a Randall sickle.
All right. So who do we have left? We have Randall went, Waz has not gone, and Dex is at the bottom of the round. All right?
Correct.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. So technically anyone can take this slot before the end, but someone has to go after the baddies.
I would like to pick up Dex and run back to the ship.
Okay, roll me a 3 purple athletics check. All right.
And I would not have bet money on that.
Me either. I even had figured out what I was going to do if he failed.
Drop him off the side of the fucking platform.
These players get salty when you hurt one player because another one failed. So I was going to have him crush his gun. So you all are back at the ship. I'm assuming everyone is scrambling on board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to switch back to the other map.
Did it blow up?
We're gonna
Not yet. We haven't even driven away yet.
That's true. You haven't even driven away yet.
You don't want it to blow up yet.
I feel like he's lucky that Randall's got the... Because if Randall had said that, I'd been like, well, you have the detonator. Did you hit the button? And then I'd be like, oh, you forgot to leave. So, I'm a jackass. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Randall has the button. You guys are in the shuttle. Because it is a combat takeoff, I am going to have you roll one of those nifty planetary pilotings.
So what's the distance on the detonator?
It's a comlink, so if he plugs it into the shuttle, he can actually do it from really far away because the detonator only needs to receive. It doesn't need to transmit.
Captain, you want to open comms and see if we can bait a ship to get real close to it?
First, give me a 1 red, 1 purple planetary piloting. Okay. So, in his haste to escape, he forgets to let the wings down, and as the ship starts, like, trying to maneuver out, you end up, like, scraping along the side of the platform. 3 advantages means that you scrape along the side that is opposite of all of the starfighters that are now screaming towards you from this Gazanti, as 4 TIE aggressors swoop in.
Does that Astro check still hold from earlier?
Yes, as soon as you guys have the wings in position and are outside of the blast zone, you can do that.
What do you need to drop the wings?
He needs to pass his planetary piloting, but it's not his turn.
Can I make
Actually, it can
mechanics
be
check
my
a
turn.
button?
It can be my turn again. Because I was at the end of the round.
Oh, okay.
This is round
well,
3.
Technically, I took us out of combat time and put us into another thing. But if all we're going to do is drop the wings and try to run, that's fine. If you hit the hyperspace button before you hit the detonate button, you're going to be sad, though. And I require a planetary piloting check for you to get out of range. So.
All right, I'll try to make that piloting check again. Is it still a red and a purple?
Yep. I should have made it a little bit more difficult because you scraped along the wall, but...
Do we have anybody that can get in the co-pilot seat to help?
I'll co-pilot.
Give me your co-pilot.
I pilot, I fly.
I will coerce the ship to work for us. No, that doesn't work. Okay.
Nope, I don't think so.
You rendered a stormtrooper unconscious by giving him a tirade in your language he doesn't understand. That's.
Do I get a boost from Waz or not?
I
do.
I passed that successfully.
So I thought when you did co-pilot check, it was better than just giving boosts, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Each success downgrades the difficulty of the pilot by 1.
Downgrading that 4 times, that makes it 2 per... That basically makes it a simple check. So you take all the difficulty out. Now you just have to not roll blanks. There you go. The wings drop into position. You have escape aid.
Thanks for hitting that button.
You are now within time to hit the button. Randall,
hit that button.
Do you want to hit the button?
Yes, I hit the button.
Okay. You hit the button. This thing explodes. No one was close enough to it to get caught in the blast. The TIE fighters are going to engage you any moment now. I'm assuming someone wants to hit the hyperspace key.
I got it.
Okay. And you guys jump away in your stolen Lambda shuttle and are now safely in hyperspace. The platform has been destroyed. Jera's ability to resupply her Tabana gas reserves is dramatically impeded.
And our Tabana gas cylinders were refilled too, so yay!
Yep.
We just need to repaint the one side of the ship now.
They've done worse than scrape it on things. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we just repaired it. Scrapes are what is it? Rubbing is loving. It's tradition.
It is tradition.
It's a tradition. There you go. It's tradition. Anyone who's watched our Sea of Thieves streams will know exactly what we're talking about. Okay.
A good session, guys.
Yeah,
excellent work.
You're right back home.
That's a timely ending too. Jeez.
Yeah, right on. Right on.
Almost like we planned it.
We did hand wave some shit right there at the end so that you could get there. But I think it went very, very well. And the whole thing that brought you here in the first place, that Tabana gas platform, has come full circle. So.
Yeah, we've been looking to get rid of that for a while.
You have some interesting things to look into next time. You got this new Rebel Council, the fact that they're trying to hire the psychopath bomber that you had to deal with. I mean, you've got this guy who hired you for the blast tech job who's mysteriously showed up and is part of the resistance now. What the hell's up with that? There's all kinds of good shit going on.
Weren't we supposed to save the ex-wife of the crazy bomber guy? That's the whole reason we came here.
Who used to be your handler? Yeah, you did promise to do that to her, one of her good friends, who is now your current handler.
Yeah, but do we really have time for all of that?
We're gonna have to, because he's trying to get them to work with him, and that's we're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Didn't we convince her to be live bait, and we said, no, there's nothing bad that's gonna happen to you?
No, we didn't. She volunteered.
Yeah, she did
all of that on her own.
Yep.
Yeah.
That part is true. She basically did the whole I'm going to be a self-sacrifice thing to save somebody's life. And
it was a terrible plan on her part, and we let her do it.
Yep. It was a tactical error. To be fair, you guys did try to intercept her right there at the end and save the day. But you only did so after you saved all the civilians, which was the right move.
That's what we were told to do.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Everybody have a good time?
And
Yep,
we
good time.
successfully did a mission.
Stealth submission too.
No,
It
that
was
was not
not.
an actual stealth mission.
That
You
was
can't
not stealth.
you can't even try that, Jeremy. That's
We stealthed 5 steps off of the ship.
no, they didn't even make it 5 steps. The first guy they ran into, they fucked it up.
I fucked it up.
I was not going to say that, Captain. As I've said, we have to work on your self-esteem.
You keep calling me a
Constantly telling you-
racist, though. I don't know what's going on.
Look, constantly telling you how bad of a captain you are and that you are racist may not be helping. That's why I pointed out earlier that you are a better leader than Jera. See? Stick, candy.
I think you are going to be captain next time.
I don't think that will ever happen.
I tried to make him captain of the bounty hunter campaign, and we also saw how that worked.
Yep.
It's a
I'm just going to
terrible-
refuse to do anything until
That
he's
is a
the
good
captain.
plan. That is a good plan. It won't work, but it is a solid plan.
Solid.
All right, we got some good outro music too. So I hope everybody had a good time, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yep.